Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never gotta box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link."
What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Friday, man? We back to build on this good boxing and give it its just due, how we always do. Y'all catching this on the playback? Smash the like button. Make sure you turn your notifications on. And come rock out with the family, man. How y'all feeling today, man? Got some more boxing to talk about. We gonna build on it, you know? Always a good day when we could build on this good boxing, man. How y'all feeling? Ace, what's good with the fam? How you feeling? All love, family. Cash Sports, the box story in the building. My God, Mike Mazak in the building. How you feeling, Mike? Miss Joette, happy Friday, Queen. Tim Stoudemire, Zone Verse. Peace to my bro. How you feeling, man? Salute to you. Always good to see my guy in the building. Thrill Hill, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Got a few things we gonna build on today, you know. One of them being Jermell Charlo making his ring return. He didn't give a date, but you know, the man said he back, you know, for those that still rocking with him, that didn't give up on him after his loss over Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Twin Charlo said, man, not so fast. He said he seen people getting comfortable at 154, and he said he ain't going for that. He ain't going for it. Said, nah, man, 154 is his home, man. Just know I'm back at 154, the king of super welterweight. You dig? So he coming back to stake his claim, man. You know, I feel like this is somewhat news for me. It's good news for boxing. Look, I'm a different guy. I seen what he looked like against Canelo. I feel like that's going to be an anomaly when it's all said and done on his career in terms of that's a fight you will never see him perform, I don't think, like that again in his career. I just don't think we'll see that, right? So I'm not a guy that's writing him off. I feel like, you know, jumping 2 weight classes after a layoff and an injury was risky anyway. It was an uphill battle. And to be perfectly honest, Canelo would have never took that fight if they wasn't damn near for sure that they had it in the bag. If you see how he's moving now, it you know, it validates what I'm saying. He truly takes challenges that he feel like he can win. You get what I'm saying? That dude is not getting in there with nobody that he feel like got a real chance at beating him. And that's what I feel like I've been saying, and we've been saying it for the last few years. And we continue to see it with his most recent pick of Edgar Berlanga. We already see how that's going to play out. I mean, well, we at least understand to a degree his way of thinking, right? You know, look, Edgar Berlanga ain't no trash fighter, despite what people say. I don't look at him as a trash fighter. He's a young fighter, a learning fighter, an improving fighter. You know what I mean? But he's going to be dealing with a lot of inexperience and different things like that. So that's just going to tip the, the scale in Canelo's favor. Like I said, man, that dude don't really take challenges that they feel like they ain't going to win. So that's why we got to see him fight Charlo. That's the closest thing to a handicap match that you could get in boxing. Him jumping up to 2 weight classes, you got to think you got time off. You've never been in a weight class. You skipped over one. You get what I'm saying? Competed in the next one and fight the king of the division at that. Get what I'm saying? So when you factor all that stuff in, it's the closest thing to a handicap match. I know how wrestling is. Handicap match would be 2 against 1. Well, you could look at it in many ways like it was that. It was Charlo against Canelo, inactivity, you know what I mean, coming off an injury, adding on all that weight. You get what I'm saying? It's one thing to bulk up and gain the weight, but it's another thing to have to perform at the highest level with that added weight all in one night. You get what I'm saying? He had no weight acclimation, no acclimation process for real, in terms of filling out the division. He just went straight for the top guy. So I always kind of knew how that fight was going to play out. And for me, I didn't crucify him for it, man. Look, he lost. I criticized the performance. It was tough to watch because you never seen him go out there like that and be so timid. But I think once he got in there, he realized Canelo was just different than what he anticipated. I don't think that he weighed in him jumping over the weight classes like that. I think he was just looking at it as, I'm a fighter, he a fighter, I'm bigger than him. Remember, he was saying he hit harder than Canelo. It was a lot of different things that he was saying that I thought he was kind of all base with. But nonetheless, he got up in there and it was what it was. He put up a very minimal effort. He had got knocked down in that fight. Nobody seemed like they really cared to watch it. I mean, cared for the effort. So a lot of people started questioning if he really still a lion. You know what I'm saying? He a cub. He ain't really no lion. He just showed up for the check and all this different stuff. And I get it. Boxing fans is tough. And whenever we see a performance look like that, and that's drastic, that's like night and day from any performance you've ever seen with Jermell Charlo. So I understand why people felt the way they did, but it's still only one fight. And for me, reason why I'm saying that, you could hold his foot to the flame, you could hold him accountable, you could critique him for the lack of effort or whatever you thought was going on, lack of preparation, whatever it is. But you also have to acknowledge the setup in which the fight took place. Like that dude was, all types of odds were stacked up against him. That shit just was a tough ass fight to try to go out there and win. But like I said, it's just one fight. And I've seen this dude perform on a high level on so many different other occasions that I can't write him off. I can't throw him away after a bad performance. You know what I'm saying? After a bad night. And look, I understand it that he signed on the dotted line. He took the fight. He even manifested the fight to some degree, saying, I'll fight Canelo. Somebody make the fight, set it up. Remember, he was saying, I gained a little weight. He was saying all that. So I get it. He took the opportunity, but people have to take into account or keep in mind or put yourself in his shoes. You get an opportunity to fight a guy that was, at the weight class where you currently at. And you get a chance to fight him years later and for a big ass bag. You get what I'm saying? That's why I felt like he sacrificed jumping the weight classes. He was like, it's worth it, man. I'm going to get paid and I got a chance to dethrone this dude if I can beat him. So I was on board with it, man. I rock with it. But I just, the effort just wasn't there tonight because I felt like he wasn't trying to get knocked out. 12 threes, what it do, fam? Lonnie Lee, my JBT family. What's good, bro? 154 Charlo to the rescue. Like I say, man, Charlo, a focused Charlo is better for the sport of boxing. It makes the sport that much more interesting. It breathes a lot more life into the 154 division. You get what I'm saying? With him competing and being there, you just want to see it. You get what I'm saying? You want to see it. You want to see what he got left. I do personally. I'm not big on tearing fighters down or writing them off after a loss. Look, he took a loss. It's over with. To expect him to win, especially the way certain people was picking him to win by knockout, is wishful thinking. It's just us being a supporter of his. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't going to knock no damn Charlo out. I mean, no Canelo out. It just wasn't going to happen. And then when you seen the effort that was put forth, that definitely wouldn't have got nobody up out of there. So I'm itching to see him get back, reclaim, his positioning, so to speak, at 154, because that's where he need to be at. You know what I mean? If he was going to campaign in any other division outside of 54, should have been 160, and he should have did it the right way. But nonetheless, he went and he took an opportunity to take that bag. I fully understand it. This boxing shit don't last forever. You gotta get paid when them opportunities present themselves. So I get it. Now it's water under the bridge. It's over with for me. Now I'm interested to see what this next chapter of his career hold for him. Ricky Williams, my brother. LaVoice, my guy, man. Appreciate the support as always, man. Holding your boy down, putting that color in the chat on this good Friday, as my guy Jay.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
God, so what it do, family? How you feeling? So that's where I'm at with it with Charlo, man. Just want to see what he got left. How motivated he gonna be to get in there and return the form. You get what I'm saying? 154 is where he belongs. So like I said, that's more in his his ballpark. He won't be in unfamiliar territory. You get what I'm saying? Uncharted territory, because that's what 168 was for him. He had no place being up there. I even think I seen a love handle a little bit by the around the waist. That's how I knew. I was like, nah, he don't belong up there. He looked funny with all this added weight to him. I don't like the way it looked. But like I said, man, on to the next thing. So he's saying he back. Who he's gonna fight remains to be seen. I don't quite know. Salute to my guy Ricky Williams. He said, I seen Tank Davis knock out guys that Floyd Mayweather had a hard time with in sparring. Wow. That's been Tank really a damn trick bag, man. What's good with it, guys? So, Gertz, what it do, family? How you feeling? He says you're feeling great. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Another good Friday to build on this good boxing. We're going to talk about a couple things, man. I seen something that from, if y'all remember a while back, Floyd Mayweather had a trainer, GT, Gerald Tucker, and, I meant to speak on this a while ago. He did an interview in Mill City. He gave a lot of insight to Mayweather Promotions and pretty much gave guys a warning on signing over there. He had some really good insight, man. If y'all caught it, but we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me play this, man.
Trained with Shakur over the years. Any thoughts on that?
No, I never trained with Shakur. Shakur. I never trained with him. But I think them guys at 135 need to stay away from Tank.
Sonny guy was good.
I seen Tank, man. When Tank first got with Floyd, we had the same exact record. And I seen Tank knock out guys that Floyd had a hard time in sparring with. You know what I'm saying? So this guy's the truth.
There's a lot.
And shout out to Andrew Tapiti. Salute to my bro Ricky Williams. He said he seen Tank knock out guys in sparring that Floyd had a hard time with. And that boy is dangerous, man. I get it, man. But you can't, if you're in his division and you're a champion and you're a top guy, hey, that's just what you up against, man. It's boxing. You know what I mean? You can't be scared of the boogie, man. Got to face him head on. You know what I mean? Get in there with him. You know what I'm saying? And test the young buck. I appreciate Bud telling the truth that EJ's still in his word. But recognizing EJ was rusty at a disadvantage. Absolutely, man. He told a lot of good stuff in there, Rick. People was mad at it, but I like the dialogue between him and SOG. He said a lot of good stuff in there. Picasso was good with it. Yeah. Nah, that's real. That's real, Picasso. And speaking of that, it's crazy because I got a little clip of who he posted a while ago. I just seen this shit about an hour ago of a clip he posted talking about who his trainer is. And if you look at the difference, we're going to get into that story for sure. But I just wanted to give Jermell Charlo his just due. Like, I know he ain't, it's what have you done for me lately, but I don't feel like that. That man put in a lot of work. He beat the who's at 154 when he had to, ran through the division with the exception of a couple of the names. And with him coming back, trying to restake his claim and his position in that 54, those same names are possible opportunities. Like I said, I would love to see him still fight above Crawford, a Tim Tszyu, any of that. You got Virgil Ortiz. It's a lot of good stuff going on at 54, so he got to get back. Kello said Jermell still owes me. I get it, bro. I get it. What's good with it, Brody? How you feeling, man? Always good to see you in the building. Salute to everybody, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button on this Good Friday as we build. Let's keep building. Let's keep growing. Let's keep working. We're going to get to it. But, yeah. So when he coming back, we don't know. But him and his brother said, something about returning. They made posts about returning back. So I know people don't really care too much. They ain't too big on the Charlos. But look, I don't throw fighters away. I know Maul Charlo, for him to be away from the sport, something that brought him the lifestyle that he's been accustomed to living all these years. I know there's no way he wanted to spend this amount of time out the ring. So I'm always rooting for a guy to get back, especially when they battling with mental issues or, personal stuff. I'm always rooting for the get back. So let's see what the Charlo brothers as a tandem bring back to the sport of boxing. I mean, simply put, love them or hate them, when them dudes are focusing at the top of their games, they are extremely tough to beat and very entertaining to watch. And they winners at the end of the day. Maul Charlo's still undefeated, by the way. So let's see how he bounced back. Let's see how Mel Charlo bounced back. Let's see who they fight. Let's see if he can get a win back and they start asking for him to fight a guy like Crawford. You know what I mean? With Canelo essentially putting up resistance when it comes to the Crawford fight, he might have to revisit one of his potential fights. You get what I'm saying? I have to stick around at 154 and make some noise there. Whatchamacallit, what it do, family? How you feeling? Shakur, moved on. So who's next? It's just been some little rumblings and some little back and forth about the teams. And, it's been different things being said, like they was going to make them a take it or leave it type of offer. And they don't really want to hear them bickering and going back and forth and stuff like that. So my thing is that, to my knowledge, that still hasn't been done yet. That point of contact hasn't been made, from what I understand. I could be wrong. I don't know fully what's going on behind the scenes, but to my knowledge, ain't nothing changed when it came to that. D-Ray live on the drive. What's good, fam? Casanova in the building. Spence versus Charlo's a fight to make, especially if Charlo could return to form. True culture was good. Charlo should move up in weight, take over 160, 168. I thought so too, but I ain't mad at him coming back to 54 though. You know what I mean? I hope he just do it the right way. You get what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it because he that's where he reigned at. And, man, go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But 60 wouldn't be a bad move or a bad look for him. And 68 definitely wouldn't be a bad look for Maul. I actually hope he do come back and consider being at 68. He need to. He definitely got the size and frame for it. He might as well go ahead and do it. Especially if it's hard at all for him to make 60. But if he can still make it and compete at a high level, shit, go ahead, do your thing. You know what I mean? What it do, true coach? Was good with it. So Rude Exposure in the building was good, my guy. So we'll see what the Charlo brothers do. We'll see what they can bring back to the sport of boxing. Like I said, they known for winning more times than not. So I can't just treat them like they ain't, like they ain't shit. They ain't did much lately because they've been out of sight, out of mind. But let's give these dudes a chance to bounce back. You know what I mean? Maul and Mel for different reasons. Mel had a terrible performance his last time out. Maul been battling things for the last few years now, trying to get right and consistently find his way back into the ring. So I'm looking forward to seeing him do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to seeing him do that. There's nobody at 160. Jermell needs to stay at 154. Put at 154. That's where you're going anyway, bro. So, you know what I mean? That's where you're going anyway. Boots needs to go to 54. Mel needs to stay at 154. I ain't mad at that. That's not a bad it's not a bad move at all. Those are not bad moves. But yeah, he's at 54. So let's see who he come back and fight. You get what I'm saying? Let's see who he come back and fight. Because I do remember, I believe he was the champion in recess. So let's see what he do. Terrell, what it do, fam? Top dog, we here to pronounce Top Dog. The 154 will be one of the best divisions in a long ass time. Mel, Boots, Buzz, Spence, Thurman, Fedora, Zoo, Virgil, etc. Yeah, for sure. Jesus Ramos, it's a ton of talent at 54. We're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see. Y'all make sure y'all hitting the like button for your bro too, man. We just getting started. We're gonna build for a little bit on this Good Friday. We're gonna talk about a few things. I just wanted to build a little bit on Mel Charlo and Mal Charlo possibly both making ring returns sometime in the near future. So let's see. I mean, I'm definitely interested to see what Mel got left in the tank, man. You know what I'm saying? We know he don't need the money. So let's see what his motivation is like when he returns. Let's see if he still got that same intense attitude where he want to destroy his opponent. You know what I mean? Because if he return back to form, that makes not only boxing way more entertaining, but the division at 154 just got that much deeper again. So let's see it, man. Charles Buzz is gone, but that's okay. But you just got to try to get it back, bro. That's all. You get what I'm saying? You can't be the man forever. You know what I mean? Titles change hands, situations happen, fights get lost sometimes, and everything ain't always gonna be good. But it's all about the bounce back. You get what I'm saying? It's all about the bounce back. So let's see this man bounce back. And like I said, the 2 times that this man is lost, when he lost to Tony Harrison, he came back and responded with a knockout. When he had the draw, he came back and responded with a knockout in a rematch, right? So he 2-0 with 2 KOs in rematch now. Although he won't be rematching Canelo, he did come off a loss. So anytime he seems to battle adversity inside the ring, he typically comes back very strong. And that's what I love about Charlo. So that's all I'm looking for, to see him return to form. You know what I mean? We got to give these dudes an opportunity to bounce back. The buzz ain't going to be there forever. You got to keep winning. And think about it, the level that he's been winning at and for how long. You get what I'm saying? The boxing is very demanding. It's not easy. You know what I mean? He still got my respect. He put in way too much work for me to change up on him because of a bad performance. I can't be that guy. You know what I mean? Salute to him. I'm glad he's coming back. Let's see what his motivation hitting like after that big ass Canelo bag. You get what I'm saying? Is he comfortable? Is he silk sheet comfortable? Or is he still hungry? You know what I mean? Still got that grit. That's all I want to see. Right. Thurman versus Mel, or Thurman versus Spence, or Mel versus Charlo. All these guys haven't fought in a while. Yeah. Thurman need to get himself back in the mix. He coming off that injury, that surgery. I think it was an elbow surgery. I think it was. So you want to see what his motivation like too, what his drive, what his hunger is still like after. So the ups and downs and the injuries and stuff like that. It's tough to stay motivated when that shit ain't going your way. CD was good with it, fam. How you feeling? So look, man, let's let these guys bounce back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Let these guys bounce back. Mel does very well, like I said, after he deals with adversity. So I have no doubt that he can bounce back in this situation as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jermell Charlo and Mal Charlo. Salute to them guys. Hopefully they get it, they get themselves back to where they need to be so they can compete at the highest level. You know what I mean? Those fights is good because they can't say long layoff. All of them had long layoffs. Yeah. All of them been out the ring. You know what I mean? OHB, talk to him. 12, you dig what I'm saying? So Charlo not getting his belt back with Plant. Oh, you talking about Maul? I don't know. I mean, I don't know who either of these guys are gonna fight coming back, but I hear, we obviously see the post from Jermell, and I seen Mal Charlo make a post too. So I'm guessing both guys are planning on, coming back. So in terms of opponent, I guess it's very premature and early for that. So, I mean? I think the only thing we know for now is that they planning on coming back in the near future. So hopefully they'll be before the year is out for both of them. BJ 33, what it do, fam? How you feeling? So we got to sit here and see. We got to see, man. We got to see. But let's keep rolling. Let's keep pushing on this Good Friday. Which one got slapped? That's Jermell. Jermell had got slapped from Plant. You know what I mean? But that dude clearly he wasn't all the way in his right mind for the grind and consistency, bro. Man, I truly appreciate you, Rick. Much love, family. Always supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Bruce Gas, peace to the OG. Much love to my brother Rick, man. Salute to you. Appreciate everybody that continues to support the grind. We're going to keep building. Y'all know it. What's good with the Bruce Gas? Dude, I'm not sure if you talked about it, but did you see how the twins are back talking again? I love it. Oh, yeah. I didn't speak on it. No, I appreciate that, Miss Joelle. Yeah, and that's another thing. And I think, you know, despite what people may think, I think that's a part of Maul's life that he needed back intact. I think he needed that relationship back with his brother for real. I think he definitely needed that relationship back with his brother. And the unique thing about this situation is that they're not only are they twins, you know, they both battle in adversity in the boxing ring, outside personal life. Like, you get what I'm saying? They can rebuild together. They can use each other as motivation. I mean, keep building on their relationship as family, as brothers, and get back to where they belong, man. Beating ass in boxing. Because look, man, this is where I'm at with it. I'm a very optimistic person, like I said, because I'm always rooting for the success of the next person or individual, especially in a sport as tough as boxing. These dudes was beating ass. These dudes was beating ass. Make no mistake about it, these dudes was beating ass. And I hate the fact that when you start going through stuff, people treat it like you ain't never did shit. Like, oh, you've been messing up your whole career, man. Jermell Charlo was kicking ass. He's still undefeated. Yeah, he ain't got the biggest names on his resume, but he's still in position to chase them names if he can get right mentally and physically as a whole and return to top form. You know what I'm saying? He's still in position to accomplish some things. Jermell Charlo ran the damn table at 54, beating ass, undisputed, like a real G, did it the right way, had a real run. You get what I'm saying? And as soon as this dude take a loss, he lose some belts. Now we writing dudes off. Mel can't go through some mental stuff. We writing him off. I can't do that. I'm only speaking for me. I ain't writing neither one of them off. If them dudes can return to form, if boxing is where they want to be, and they put in what they need to put into it to get the right result, I'm rocking with both of them dudes. I'm rocking with both of them. Let's not act like they ain't known for kicking ass, man. We know the Charlos for more than just being twins. Those twins that was kicking ass in the sport of boxing. Twins that was champions at the same time, holding shit down. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never going to forget the work they put in. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to them dudes getting back at it, man. Millen Films, what it do, fam? They both do, bro. They both same person. Yeah, in two bodies. You can see the decline from both of them when they fell out. It's a great point, Rick. You're right. It do work both ways. You're right. It do. And you see, you peep it, right? You seen stuff from them that you never seen. Say what you want. People could downplay that aspect all you want. But when you always had that extra body around you and help push you and motivate you, you can't tell me that shit don't matter when it's no longer there. You get what I'm saying? You can't tell me it don't longer matter. You can't tell me it didn't have an effect. So that's why I say I'm rooting for him. Glad to see him. I'm glad Miss Joette brought that up. Glad to see them dudes back talking and pushing and both about to make ring returns. That's what you want to see. Because I'm not fighting David's stock will go down. I don't think Tank stock will go down. I think respectfully, I think Tank got the people. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank got the people. And I think as long as he keep delivering the results, now it is pressure to continue to perform and continue to get knockouts and things like that. But that's pressure that he's built for. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think if he don't fight him next, it'll do anything to a stop. Because I think as long as you eventually get to him, people can understand it. But, you know, it's going to come to a point, I think, where it's going to be push come to shove. But don't seem like we quite at that point yet. And like I said, he can do no wrong in a lot of people's eyes. So, you know what I mean? Some people just want to see him fight regardless of who it is. I want to still want to see Bud versus Charlo. Me too. Me too, Rick. I do too. Gianni, what's good, family? How you feeling? When you face adversity, it's always what you do after, right? You get what I'm saying? It's how you battle back. So, and just a case in point, Kaz, just to piggyback off that, speaking of adversity, if you know, the fact that we talking about the Charlos coming back, more so Mel Charlo has faced more of that adversity inside the ring than Maul Charlo, right? Obviously, with his first loss to Tony Harrison, and see how he responded with a knockout win in the rematch. He had a draw with Castano, responded with a knockout win in the rematch. He just lost to Canelo. Let's see how he respond after this adversity. He's 2-0, you know what I mean? 2 KOs after battling back from adversity. So let's see, could he go 3 for 3? Could he get back and kick some ass and possibly stop another guy too? Let's see, man. Let's see it, man, because that's what Charlo belong at 54. 68, definitely not. You know what I mean? 60, cool, but not 68. You don't belong there right now. You know what I'm saying? I just hope they make the fight. Absolutely, me too. Me too. That's why it's a lot of stuff I get tired of saying when it comes to that, because it just get draining. Like I be seeing the games and I don't be liking it, and I'm just too smart for that. Like I have too much common sense, too much logic. Like you can't just, people just be putting out a lot of misinformation, bro. And that's the only thing I hate about when a fight is being worked out, the impatience of the people. Like we'll have to deal with like a slew of just bad misinformation up until the fight is made. And I hate that. So if I see one more damn video about what somebody turned down the offer or something like that, I'm gonna lose it without no validation and no confirmation from nowhere. Man, I'm gonna lose it. But hopefully they, you know, the boxing guys and the powers that be deliver the fight that we want. You know what I'm saying? Simple and plain. But let's keep rocking. Let's keep rolling, man. Something I wanted to build on, y'all, that I know everybody ain't talking about. And you remember a while, it was a thing about Mayweather Promotions and all the fighters that was leaving them. And, you know, different people, you know, everybody got their speculations on what was going on and what was taking place with some of those fighters. But, you know, when you got a guy like I was speaking about, GT, Gerald Tucker, that was as close to the situation as you could get, you know, traveling, doing all that traveling with Floyd, being his pad man, training with him, training multiple other fighters, AB. Then he did some work with Tank, Clarissa Shields, like you name it, he put his work in. But, you know, he did an interview recently. And he was talking to Zab in Mill City. Shout out to Mill City. Shout out to Zab Judah. And he was speaking on some very interesting stuff that was taking place in that situation. And I don't know if y'all really remember, like, while Floyd was doing these exhibitions and stuff. Remember, even Tyron Woodley, he trained Tyron Woodley for the Jake Paul fight. Like, he was in the mix, Gerald Tucker. And, you know, suddenly he just disappeared and you ain't see him no more with Floyd. And I always wonder what happened, but he gave a lot of insight to, like, what was going on. And that shit just, it's eye-opening, man. It's eye-opening. Yeah, you just gotta wait and see. You get what I'm saying? But I'll say this part too before, and we could probably, you know, revisit it before we close out or something. I'll say this, Akello. What I understand is that you know, people have plans, and this is no particular fighter or party involved. It's just in general. And boxing, people, boxers and teams and powers that be, they be having plans. And I think as it pertains to this fight between those two guys, I just don't. I would be surprised if we got it next. You get what I'm saying? I feel like this early in the deal, if you're thinking in terms of an investment and earning potential, not saying that you're not confident that your guy can beat any and everybody, but this is just my train of thought. If that's an investment of yours, and you're looking to throw him in there with a guy like Shakur, not saying he can't beat any and everybody he can get in front of, but it's still a risk, especially if you got a 6 or 7 fight deal, and that's the guy you're going to throw him in there with that early into the deal. I wouldn't be surprised if he come later into the situation when it's all said and done. Now, we'll see. Like I said, we're going to have to deal with a lot of different narratives and stuff like that and misinformation up until this fight is actually made, but just be prepared for it, because I already told you, you know it's coming. I ain't got to tell you, already know it's coming, but that's what I think right now. That's what I think. I don't think he's in the plans this early in the fight. And when I say that, I don't think that has anything to do with Tank or his team. That has something to do with the advisement and what their plans are. Yeah, they're gonna get him the fights that he want, but they also gonna advise him, man, who's gonna be against making more money. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I see it playing out. Like, it's a good conversation, and it's a little teaser that we feel like it's just one phone call away. But I feel like that's a phone call that may or may not happen for obvious reasons, man. And it may not be obvious to people, but they are to me. Like, as much as people dismiss him as a talent, it's a difficult style to beat. So if you're a matchmaker and you got an investment, you're not necessarily in the biggest of rush to put your guy in there up against him, because he could upset everything that's going on. If you ain't emotional about it, he has that potential. There's a real opportunity there for him to do so. Whether people think it's a big opportunity or not, it's a legit chance. Our opportunity is there. You know what I'm saying? Tucker, Ellerby, Tank, everyone's leaving Floyd. And the Ellerby was the eye-opener for me. So Nello said Tank and Nello move the same way they move. Like, nah, I wouldn't call them that. I wouldn't say neither of them move like bees. And I don't think they move exactly the same. You know what I mean? Hope we get Mel versus Tim Zoo eventually. Yeah. Rick, yeah, you already know. I think Shakur's in the middle is in negotiation for a deal also. Right. And it's some roadblocks at Kello's, like, where is he going to go? Where is his new home going to be? What's the deal going to be like? Is that going to affect future fights? You get what I'm saying? What's the purse bid? What's going to happen there? It's a few things to figure out. And like I said, if I'm talking about the fighters, I think they both will fight each other, but it's not going to just simply come down to that. Because if it was, then I think this fight would be on the way now, respectfully on both sides. But you know, it's a lot to consider when you got an investment in a money maker like a Tank Davis. Salute to my brother Lonnie Lee, JBT fan, always putting color in the chat, just keeping the color in the chat. Appreciate it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my brother Lonnie Lee, man. So that's just me. That's my thoughts on it. Big Charlo on his way. Yeah, Don, he on his way. He on his way. Yeah, man. We don't over here. We ain't tearing down no fighters. I get on Canelo for his mentality, right? Him as a talent, him as a fighter, his resume is good. All that stuff is true. He's very accomplished, and he's still a hell of a talent. Very dangerous guy still to this day. But his mentality stinks. Like the hand picking, the selective picking and choosing, the avoiding quality opposition, taking on inexperienced guys with a bunch of KOs to kind of dupe the fans into thinking that you're really taking the biggest of risks, and you're not. So that's the biggest issue with Canelo. But I wouldn't say he's a bitch. I wouldn't call Tank that either, man. These dudes fighters, bro. They fight for a living. They risk their life for a living. Like, that's the best you could do when they don't fight somebody that you think they should fight, when they should fight them, is call them that. You ain't see Tank maneuvering around nobody for years. And despite what you said, it ain't been no paperwork. It ain't been no Canelo and Benavidez situation in Tank career. You know what I'm saying? So they don't move exactly the same. I get the point, because I heard somebody else try to make the comparison, but it's not exactly the same. Skywalker Boxeo, what's good with the Skywalker? How you feeling, bro? Alan Johnson, my guy, what's good with it? Alan, how you feeling? Yeah, going on a winning streak after they get beat. It's not who you didn't fight, for sure. It's who you fought, man. You know, so but he gonna get there, man. I don't look at him as no duck. You know what I mean? Canelo's situation is far different. Like he had Benavidez legit breathing down his neck. Ain't nobody been breathing down Tank neck like that. Despite what they were gonna say, calling somebody out is one thing, but actually putting yourself in the right position to be able to get that fight is something different. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I don't think they're the same. And I definitely don't look at them as no bitches, for sure. Forever G's, what it do, my guy? How you feeling? What's good with it? But let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. Gotta pull this up from like I said, this is Gerald Tucker, GT old trainers. Guy that was traveling with him and they're getting him prepared for these exhibitions. His pad, man, putting in all that work. Like I said, he was working with Clarissa, AB. I think he did work with Tank. Like, he was working, man. This dude was constantly with him by his side. He was loyal as they come. That's what it looked like to me. And he kind of got dead dirty. If you listen to the story, it's crazy too. So there was no reason to Canelo versus Benavidez happening except Canelo not wanting it. Yep, same thing he did to Boo Boo. Exactly. And he got multiple fighters. He got the Charlo brothers. Like, you can give him the Charlo that he fought the last go around if you want to, but he was been supposed to fight them dudes respectfully because of his position. He was constantly a top guy. Same thing with Boo Boo, like you said, and even worse with Benavidez. He treating him like he ain't even worthy of a discussion to fight him. So it's crazy, man. But it's boxing. What could you do, man? What could you do? But I did hear that the fans are starting to get tired of him. I don't know if it's true if they boycotting or not, but I do hear that they're getting tired of the moves that he making, and people, you know, just he gonna find himself losing some support. To my understanding. So we gonna see. We will see, but let's get to this. We're gonna pull this up. Crucial content. What it do, fam? How you feeling?
Right now, you know what I'm saying?
And again, y'all, you know, we all know who Zab is. This is GT. This is Gerald Tucker. You know, like I said, one of Mayweather trainers is Pad, man. Traveling with him, getting him prepared for them exhibitions, putting in work. You know, being as loyal as you could be. And he has some very interesting things that he was touching on in this.
GT the great. Now go ahead, GT, as you were saying.
Right, Kano predicted.
So basically, you know, you've been around the camp, and you know, like one thing I do know about you is that you are a very loyal guy. You're very a hardworking guy. When you're dedicated and focused on something, you locked in. That's one thing I do know about you. You know what I'm saying? If there's a task at hand, you take it serious. You're not with the bullshit. Because I tried to pull you out of your element so many times. Jeezy, come on with me. You like, no, Zab, I'm not going with you, Zab. I'm in the gym, we do what we do, but outside, I'm not going with you, Zab. I was like, all right, cool. I got that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But
water bottle.
You went through a lot of adversity over here. It looks like from the turning of your professional career, you know what I'm saying? It looks like, you know, you had to make some other adjustments in between, and then, you know, life kicked in. And he said, you know what? Let me put my heart to the side and stop the bullshit and go back. And you went back. Now continue from there.
Yeah, so I was so I was able to see you know, those years away from my big brother, mentor, to you know, on the outside looking in, from being on the inside looking out, you see different things. You get a whole different perception. It's a whole different vantage point. And I just seen that you know, he wasn't right. He wasn't right for me at that time, you know, because he wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Now I know that he wasn't right. I didn't know back then, you know, the reasons why. I wasn't mature enough to know the whys he was like he was. You know what I'm saying? Right. But now I do. Now I understand fully. And so it was just little things, like, just for an example, I never forget this, man. We was and you remember the you know, the barbershop we used to go to on Martin Luther King on the west side in Vegas?
Yeah.
Mike used to go
to
Max?
Yeah,
Mac barbershop.
That's my guy, Mac. I spoke to Mac the other day too. They shout out to Mac.
Yeah, so when we it was one day, it was me, Leonard, and Floyd, and he was in his first Benz, and I'm in the back seat, and I think he forgot that I was in the back seat, and we driving, and Leonard in the front passenger. This is Leonard Ellerby we talking about. Shout out to Leonard too. I'm glad he made the move, and hopefully he gets treated the way he's supposed to be treated over there, because Leonard know what he been through, and Leonard was a great person. He been there from day one. He deserved everything.
Hey,
Leonard should have hold on. Leonard should have 9 figures minimum, man. Leonard should have 9 figures. Man, that man made $1 billion. That man made $1 billion, man. And I don't think he gave him more than $2 million total for his whole life. And this I ain't gonna say who told me this, but these are just things that but anyway, back to what we were saying.
And real quick, I'm gonna try not to stop it too much. Man, did you hear what he just said? Imagine Leonard Ellerby making only about a couple million, $2 million the whole time he been with Floyd. Do you know how long he been with him? That'd be crazy. And I remember a time when Floyd was fighting Robert Guerrero, and he was back there going back and forth with them. He was like, what are you saying? I'm a 6 or 7 figure dude. He's like, I make more than your son. He was talking that money talk to him. So to hear this is crazy. But just to put that in perspective, the amount of time that he's put in to only amass $2 million with a guy that made $1 billion is wild. This should be criminal.
What happened with I was sitting in the back. I was sitting in the back seat. We pull up to the barbershop and we pulling up to the barbershop and Floyd say, "Hey Leonard, I want you to get GT." We was about to fight in Grand Rapids. He's like, "Leonard, I want you to get GT a real tough hard fight. Somebody that can almost beat him." So I'm in the back seat like,
Listen to what he's saying.
Nigga, do you know? Did you forget I'm right here, nigga? Did you forget I can hear you, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? So out of the car. So look,
Let's talk faster,
what
my
Floyd
guy.
don't know
Remo,
is
B-Dog, what's good, bro?
or he forgot is that, you know, I was elite in the amateurs. You know, I won the Pan American Games. I won it by a
with
score.
Zab Judah, nigga.
Yeah. Look, I come from the '96 era. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a baby then. I was the youngest on the whole Olympic team as an alternate. Yeah. I was just turning 17 years old, and so I got all that knowledge and game from all y'all, the Fernando Vargas, the Tarvers, the Hughes, the Ronald Sims, you name them. You know what I'm saying? I got all that, the Eric Morels. So I was sitting there soaking up all that game. So I got that game, and then I kept going. I stayed around 4 more years because I was only boxing a year before y'all had did that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even in the sport 2 years before I was on the Olympic team with y'all. So I had to stick around. I couldn't turn pro with only 1.5 years of experience. So I stayed around 4 more years, and in those 4 years, you know what I'm saying, I was the man. You know, I started off as the man that was gonna be anyway. So in a Pan American game.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Like somebody put him on to that he ain't made more than a couple million the whole time he been with him. And then on top of that, he's telling the story of how he was sitting in the back of the, what did he say, Maybach or Benz, whatever he said. And Floyd was talking to Leonard. He said he must have forgot he was in the back seat. He's saying to Leonard, "Hey, yo, I want you to get GT, a real tough opponent, one that could almost beat him, or beat him." You get what I'm saying? You down there trying to get this dude beat, and he making a comeback. It's crazy, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. Say, what, he forgot I was in the back seat? That's crazy.
I beat the top competition. I beat the Cuban world champion. I won a whole tournament by a score of 55-13. I barely got touched. Cuba won 10 gold medals out of the whole tournament. It's only 12 gold medals, and I was the only American to get one. So what Floyd forgetting is that I was elite, and it ain't nobody you can put in the ring at 2-0 or whatever we was at the time that's gonna be able to beat me. I'm gonna fuck dude up. Just like if you put Shakur in there with somebody when he 2-0 and you trying to make somebody find some pro that's gonna be able to beat Shakur. No, he gonna find a way. Like you put Andre Ward in there with somebody that's gonna try to, he gonna put them. He already fought that top level competition. That's easy work for him. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. There's nobody that can beat you but yourself. You know what I'm saying, at that level. So when he said that, it really hurt it, but I kept it in the back of my mind. I shoved it back like, man, it's your big brother, man. He slipped up. Sometimes he's a hater, sometimes he's a lover. You got to just deal with it. You're in a position where you could turn this into something. So where should I go from there?
His name is Gerald Tucker, guys. Gerald Tucker. Look him up. I see guys in the comment like, who is this guy? His name is Gerald Tucker. Look him up.
Let me see. So that's just to give you a little just like a little taste of what I had to deal with. You know, dealing with Floyd. As you know, being under his wing. There's a whole bunch more, but that stuff I'm gonna keep to myself. It's too hurtful. I don't even feel like being on here being emotional because of some old shit that he did that I forgave and got over. You know what I'm saying? So forget all that. But what I was basically saying is that Shakur should go there. You know what I'm saying? Shakur should choose somewhere else. He should, if anything, bypass Floyd and go straight to Al Haymon. If anything, if he wants to go somewhere in that direction. But
what do you think about Shakur signing on with De La Hoya to make the fight happen? Do you think De La Hoya is a good fit for him and a good space for his career right now?
I don't know De La Hoya personally, but as a businessman, outside looking in, I think he favors the people of his culture, and I don't know how good of a fit that would be for a Shakur or for a huge African American star. I just got, I can see the Munguias, I can see the Canelos, I can see the Andrew Ruizes, I can see the you know what I'm saying, I can see the Leo Santa Cruzes going over there, and but I just don't.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, Rick.
Off the top of my brain, I just can't remember a great relationship with with Oscar and an African American fighter. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Or I mean, great, not no like decent, average, above average. I'm talking about like the elite, the creme de la creme. I just can't pull it, and I can't foresee it because and also Oscar got a lot going on personally, but and so you don't know who I don't know how he is as a man. So I like to push people towards people who I kind of can feel the man behind the company, and I can feel. I always felt that Al Heyman had all the fighters' best interests from our culture, and
this shit was bound to come out. Like, if you know this dude, if you know his MO, if you know his story, he ain't a guy that's out here trying to blow the whistle and cause confusion and like drama. Like, if you really know what he on, you'll know that he ain't like that. For him to have to like, and you look, he could have spilled way more beans. If he was trying to be messy, he could have went in detail with other shit. He just was trying to give people an understanding of what's going on and giving some of these young fighters the rundown. Like, hey man, that's not where you want to go. That's not where you want to go. And for a guy to be as loyal as he was, to go through what he went through and get played like that at the end is wild. You clearly know, if you know him and know how he on it, you know he just being genuine and sincere with his situation. He could have said a lot more. Zach B, what it do, family? How you feeling?
Other cultures, he isn't like, he just doesn't take care of the black community. He also reached out with arms wide open to welcome people in, and like from the Latino culture, and he took care of his fighters. He paid them more than what he was overpaying guys. And so I feel, just from a personal standpoint, from the gauging energies from the person, is that's a place to consider for sure.
Okay. So basically, you feel like Oscar De La Hoya is not the perfect fit for him because he's not going to push the Afro-American fighter like he should. Yeah. Is what you're saying?
I can't. I'm not saying exactly that. I'm just saying I can't remember a time that he did, and I can't foresee a time that he will. You know what I'm saying? I just can't right now. Real. But who knows?
So look, Shakur heard this. He done gave some free game. Mayweather Promotions, that ain't somewhere you want to be. Said, if anything, you go straight to the source or the man, which is Al Heyman. If you're going to do that, you deal with him directly, because that Mayweather Promotions route ain't it. You know what I mean? It ain't it. And Oscar De La Hoya ain't it, because he can't see a time where he really pushed the fighter of Shakur's stature. But Oscar De La Hoya already came out and said he won't promote Shakur anyway and gave a little BS reason as to why. So good, because that ain't some place he need to be anyway.
I never met him as a person. He seemed cool. He was a great fighter. I heard great stories from Shane Mosley and everybody about Oscar.
Right, bro.
So, good guy. He's a good guy.
At some point,
it seemed like it. It seemed like it. I just don't have
it. But you make a good point. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't, uplifted any Afro-American fighters to the height of what he did with Mexican fighters. But then again, he's a Mexican star. You know what I'm saying? His passion,
and it's easier for him.
It's easier for him to communicate easier with the Latin people. I understand. I know Bernard Hopkins is his partner.
Right.
What I always thought from the whole Golden Boy was that Oscar, handles the Mexican fighters, Bernard handles the Afro-American fighters, and they come together and make big business happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, the percent. This is my assumption from the outside looking in. I don't know what's really going on the inside. Right. You know what I'm saying? But, I just say because he has the fighter, William Zepeda, to me, skill pay the bills. Yes, it's important to scan out who you be with, who you get in bed with, and do business with. But another thing is when you come into the table with the skills, like Shakur has, you shouldn't worry about these kind of fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like guy like, a Zepeda or anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you come into the fight with your skills and you believe in your ability 150%, then you can go with anybody. That's what I believe. You can go with anybody and make anything happen. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if I'm smashing shit, my promoter has no other choice but to push me. If not, expose your whole company up and get up out of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So,
the thing we have to keep in mind too is that the intent behind a promoter, because especially with the ones that used to be fighters like Floyd or Oscar, like they have, sometimes they put their personal feelings into the business, and so if a person really don't want someone to surpass their legacy, that's something you got to be mindful of when signing to them, because they might put you into fights for reasons that benefit them, their personal feelings, their personal legacy, and that's something you just don't want to play around with.
And to me,
because you want
to me, that's bullshit. Because GC, you've been with me a long time. You know me.
All
And
things,
I love to
bro.
win.
How you feeling?
No matter what I'm doing, I want to win. When I was a boxer, I did what I had to do to make sure
Right,
that my career was winning. You know what I'm saying? And I came back and I lost, but I came back and I made sure that I win. And I got back on the top. As a promoter, your job is to have the biggest and the best fighters, create the biggest opportunities, make the most money, and make sure your guys go to the top. So I don't see why a promoter would sign somebody or get in bed with somebody to do work with somebody to bring them down.
Right,
that's a waste of time.
Right.
To me, it's a waste of time.
And I don't think the intent is just to bring them down, but it's to control them and kind of keep them under their thumb, under their finger. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, we good as long as you don't try to surpass nothing I did or try to do better than me. We ain't got no problems. But the minute you start looking like you a threat to my legacy and the shit that I accomplished and spent so many years building, now we got a problem. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's exactly how I see it. That's just my opinion of it. And that's just not one isolated incident. That's just what people in general, when they're in positions of power, that's what they want. Yeah, they put you in position, but the minute you become a threat, and why they even look at you as a threat is another discussion in and of itself. But the fact that a person don't want you, they want you to do good, like they said, but just not better than them, man. And that's just real. That's how it is.
I started my company and my business to succeed and be well and be great. So anybody that I'm looking to get in bed with in a business relationship with, I'm looking to take them to the fucking top. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to stop them, hinder them, make them go to only here. I'm looking to go womb. Skyrocket.
Everybody don't got your heart or my heart though. Some people out here got some devilish wicked hearts.
That's
like
crazy.
majority of it, like 90% wicked, 10% good. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that 10% is just showing face to people. Like some people out here really wicked inside. And I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying this goes to anybody, but so the way you feel ain't the way that everybody feel. And the way I feel ain't the way that everybody feels. Some promoters.
And what y'all saying, like, you either good enough to win or you not. I feel that. If they match you up tough, you still got to find a way to win. If you was listening, that's what he said. That's what he was saying. It's not that he complaining about it, but for somebody to almost have a conversation as if they forgot you was present and in the back seat, and you 2-0 in your career, and they talking about damn near pretty much trying to get you beat. That's crazy. That's what he's saying. Like the intent behind it, it wasn't, oh, I'm just matching him up tough to make him a better fighter. That conversation had intent behind it. And like he said, he pretty much forgot. He was sitting right there listening to it. He like, what the hell? But you forgot that I was elite as an amateur. So it ain't nobody you going to match me up with 2-0 that's going to do none of this to me. So he's I'm going to find a way. He was just like, he used Shakur and Andre Ward as examples. You try to match them up at 2-0 against somebody to try to get them beat. It's going to be very tough to do. And he felt the same way because he was one of them guys. I got a little clip after this is over. I'm going to play from him.
Promoters out here fucked up. Some managers out here fucked up. And sometimes they even lose money to gain feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that's real.
This is kind of crazy because even as a promoter, the more your fighter
his name GT, Gerald Tucker at Kello.
That's your record as a promoter. So now you went from being a competitor to have a record, undefeated, all that. Now you got a promoter's record. What is your record in promotion? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? What did you do? How far you took fighters? It's our responsibility to take our fighters to the top. Why? We signed up for this job. We signed up to be a promoter. We signed up to be a manager. We signed up to take on a company.
And Zan, what about the promoters who don't sign the best fighters? What about the promoters who have the best fighters right there? Please sign me, and they'll sign somebody else that's way less than that person, way less than the people that's in line. Now that exposes the promoter. That exposes the promoter right there that there's not. What are your intentions? What are your true intentions? Do you really care about your promoter record? Do you really care about your promoter record?
But two things I say that go with that: ignorancy, and knowing boxing, and then finance. A lot of times, a lot of promoters that are starting out, they don't have the finance to get certain fighters and can take them to a certain level and a certain height in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But
Then
we talk about big promoters though. We talk about the promoters that got the money. They got the funding.
okay. Well, then it's ignorancy.
How
That's what
cool
it's
and
called.
blessed
It could be ignorancy, or it could be intentional too, Zed.
Or
Anybody
jealousy
else
or
can't hear it?
ignorancy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a thin line.
He's
But
talking
the
about
same word, you know
promoters
what I'm saying?
in
It's a
the
thin
game
line.
of boxing.
You know what I mean?
And
So
some of the stuff that he
listen,
went
man,
through.
it's
It
sad that we
started
have
with them talking
situations
about
like
Floyd.
this in boxing where you have a person to take on a job as a promoter. When you take on a job as a promoter, your job is to take your company and your fighters and your situation to the top by hook or crook. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about I came this far. I don't want to ever see anybody go higher than this. No, I can't.
Yeah, he had a situation going on. You could look it up at Kello. I think it's like a little mini documentary or something like that. It might be on YouTube where he explained the situation. I think his brother had got killed. You know what I mean? He had a couple fights, but he had stopped boxing, and he explained his whole story and all that. You'll rock with the story, but this dude was nice though. But some of the stuff he went through was wild too. So that's why he was, having this conversation. That's why I wanted to play this, because it was important, man, to hear some of this stuff that he was chopping it up on, man.
I came this far, and this is what I did. Now I want
Dude's
my
out there
company,
being
my
greedy.
other fight that I raised to go fucking here. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what life is about. Life is about creating more history, bigger and better. Look at LeBron and his son. LeBron had some outstanding career, bro. To go in there, all those accomplishments, those numbers. Now look at his son. His son turned around and coming on and looks to be like he might break the records that LeBron put up. You know what I'm saying? That's what life is about. Life is about bigger and better. Every generation get bigger and better. I know it's gonna be somebody to come on and break the Zab Judah records and become bigger than 6 times and all that. I'm looking forward to that.
That's you. That's you, Zab. That's you.
Stopped earlier.
That's you. That's me too. That's you and me too. But everybody don't think like this. Some people messed up, man. Some people messed up, man.
I mean,
and the people,
man. I hope that the brother seeks help and he get it done. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Floyd since we was young, and
and I wasn't talking about
What
Floyd
it
this
do,
whole
bro? How
time.
you
That
feeling?
we just been talking.
I know
but,
we talking about people, but like I said, I'm speaking about Floyd.
Yeah, it's a lot, Cal. He was getting into it. Yeah. Shady business. He kept it real. Money. He was like, imagine there's a whole pie, right? And y'all all contribute into making this pie. And the one person want to keep 99% of the pie that everybody else helped make, right? But then take the 1% remaining and split it up with everybody else. Do that even sound like that makes sense? Let that sink in for a minute. Person trying to take 99% for himself and then take 1% and split it amongst everybody else.
Right.
You telling me you won't have a problem with that?
And you know what I'm saying? If you knew Floyd from back then, you kind of could see where he's at today. You kind of seen it. You seen it coming. You know what I'm saying? He was always a hard worker. Always wanted to be the greatest.
Boxing Talk was good, fan.
Always wanted to be number 1. Never was a person who took number 2. And that shit, everybody in their life should be the same way. But he was more egotistic.
Yeah, Remo.
No, I got it. You know what I'm saying? So, I've always noticed about him. And to me, that's a great ability. That's a great ability. There's nothing wrong with anybody wanting to be the best and the biggest and the greatest. There's nothing wrong with that.
And for him, like most people be like, is it sour grapes or is he just salty? Nah, he went and found another lane. This dude, I think, over in Costa Rica somewhere living and doing his own thing. So he always find a way. He good. So it ain't that. But it's at what point in life do you not accept somebody telling their story or being real or being honest about some shit that they went through and giving insight that could potentially help other fighters in their careers, man. He just being honest. You get what I'm saying? 99%, it's 100% of the pie. We all help make it, but you keep 99% to yourself and split 1% with everybody else. Is wild math, yo. That's wild math.
But like, I think, what just makes me uncomfortable with him is just hearing stories about, him excelling so high in life and not accommodating, the people that ran with him. You know what I'm saying? That's like, one thing about me, GT, you know me, I'm from the streets, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't feed, and we got rules out here, you don't feed the wolves gonna eat you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just
And,
the,
and, and
that's
one
just
way or in one way or another, in one way or
yeah,
another,
one way
man.
or another they're gonna eat you. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, man, it is what it is.
Hey Zeb,
Mills, where you at?
somebody just asked. They said why I'm not training Floyd no more. I posted it when it happened. It was about a year ago after our last exhibition. You know, he was he likes to brag about like making $2 million for the press conferences and how much money he's making for the exhibition. And he cut me a check after the fight for $30,000. You know, traveling all over the world.
You hear what that man said, bragging about making $2 million at a press conference, but then cut that man a check for $30K, but got him training, dragging this man all over the world, and gonna get that man $30,000 after you just made $2 million. And we talking about off a press conference where you ain't had to throw a punch and break a sweat, and you just had to show up, damn near like a walkthrough, doing people dirty. He got into some more, man. It's more of this, man. We could let me see something. Cause there's more of it, man. That wasn't just it, man. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, just give me a second, y'all. Y'all smash the like button for you, bro. We gonna keep rocking as we always do. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this right. Gotta get it right, buddy. All right, there we go. Let me get it right. That bro Ron Truth always come to the light. Yeah, man, that boy minimum wage that doing them filthy G. Throwing them filthy G's. Like that's crazy, man. The stuff that he went through, you go through that to be that loyal and be that ride or die for somebody, and you rocking with the cause and you down and doing everything you supposed to do. Hell nah, you supposed to get treated like royalty, bro.
Presentation.
So, you know, I mean,
appreciate you for jumping.
Whole facility out there in Costa Rica. He got the training camp going. I was like, what? Show me everything. And you know, I know he gonna get that up and going and get it moving and rolling and stuff like that. But you know, I just want to talk to you a little bit about, you know, some of the differences that you had over there with the gang and I don't know. Tell me a little bit about the loyalty, because you know that's what it seems. It seems like it's a little bit of a loyalty problem that's over there with that situation.
Right, Rick, for sure.
No, well, I wasn't really speaking on you know, like my experience like training Floyd or anything. I'm talking about from the Shakur perspective, like looking for a promoter, being a protege, getting up under somebody's wing, you know, and having that as a big brother or a mentor. I was just saying that it's not where to go. You know what I'm saying? Because he got Floyd got some stuff he got to work on, you know, as do all of us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. He's a man in a position of power that can take somebody's life somewhere really big or shut it down. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you don't want to play with, especially with a person you don't know, which side of him is gonna wake up that day. It could be the fucked up Floyd or the great Floyd. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, but that's 50-50 to me. And I don't like being around 50-50 stuff, especially as a young fighter protege. You want somebody to be 100. That's what we say, 100. That's what the emoji is. It's a 100 because you the same person all the time, and you were supposed to try to be that person all day long, all week long, all month for your rest of your life. Get better as you go. But yeah. So as a protege, I was his very first protege in 2000. Long story short, I was, you know, we lived together for over a year, same house. My bedroom was 2 doors down from his. What else? From the GT, he nicknamed me GT. I wasn't GT. He gave me that. He wanted me to rhyme like his name, PBGT. I was Lil Man. I was Lil Man since birth. Everybody from Cincinnati know me as Lil Man.
Yeah.
So he nicknamed me GT. He you know, you the little brother I always wished I had, crying tears, you know, everything. We went through that, you know. So I was really protege, you know, and I'm still the same me. I never changed from that guy that you called your little brother that you wish you always had. I'm still him. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see, when I came back 20 years later into his life as a trainer, from protege to sensei now, I call myself, is that I kept that same energy. I'm still the same person. I'm still, you know, Zeb, I'm still the same person. I ain't changed not one bit. If anything, I got better. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep getting better as a person. But yeah, so, and then for the things that happen, I'm not going to go into it. It's a little too deep. A lot of it hurt. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that happened, you know, all throughout our relationship. You know what I'm saying? I never did one thing wrong to do. Not one thing. Not no touch no woman. Not no looked at no girls. Not no stole a dollar. Not no nothing. But what he does, he got a whole lot of, and we all do. Like I say, I'm not about to just put this on him. We all got shit that we went through. We've been through. I come from. I ain't gonna even say where I come from. I come from some messed up beginnings, and I'm glad I got past them, and I'm still healing from them, and hopefully everybody else is healing from some of the stuff they've been through. We got to be mindful to that stuff and give it some attention. But he got some stuff that he ain't dealt with. He need to go sit down with somebody or some people, and get that stuff worked out to where he's a better person. Because he's the best, to me, in my opinion. And it don't matter what he do to me, I know how to separate the fighter from the person. He still will always be my favorite fighter to watch. My favorite fighter of all time. I'll give him all the props in the world. There's nobody that was better than him. No matter what he do, he can come on here and say, your mama this, your daddy this. I still can't. I'm not gonna change that. You can't change that for me. You know what I'm saying? There's no amount of hate in me or negativity for you to be able to affect that. So he get all those props, but when it comes down to the person, he takes out his pain on the people around him, and it's sad to see, and it's easier to see when you're outside of it, you know. And I left him. I left away from it in 2001. I turned pro with him in 2000. Like I said, I was his very first protege, and I left, and I came back 20 years later. And so in those 20 years, you know, you're able to see things in hindsight, and when you're out of the, you know what I'm saying, when you're outside looking in, like, dang, like he like Buddy he got some stuff. He like, oh man, he ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And you don't give up on people.
What made you go back after 20 years?
Oh no, my brother had died, and I went back home for the funeral. Like me and Roger, we was getting up. We was at the
KL, you already know. Shout out to
Butter
my
Bean
guy.
in the
What's good, bro?
Juan Marquez undercard in Utah. And as I'm at the weigh-in about to get on the scale, my dad called me and tell me that my brother died. So I went back home for the funeral, and I wasn't in a rush to get back. And as I say, in that time, I was starting to peep like why I wasn't in a rush to go back. It's the energy, like I said.
Just stop. Let me see. Cause he has he was going, man. He had a lot to talk about for sure. It was a lot. This dude been through a lot of different stuff for sure. That's for damn sure. Hold on, let me I'm gonna pull up this other one too. Let me see.
Press conference is yours, whatever. But we get this money at the fight. That's the bank robbery.
You already know, K. I appreciate you.
A Ziploc bag, and you got big
yeah, nah, you was cooking, bro. You already know.
That's why I left. Greed is why I left.
Let me ask you with business, did you cross your T's and dot your I's with contractual situations?
Dan, I ain't never did it in my life, and I never will. I'm a handshake man. We real out here. We men out here. We take care of who take care of us. You know what I'm saying? If I train you there, I ain't gotta have no contract with you. I know you gonna look out for me, right? Right? It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm gonna give you a chance to do me right or do me wrong. You fuck me, I'm gone. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm making you 2 chances, 3 chances, but you keep showing me I can't be here no more. Like I gave you grace enough to fix it. But you know when you do somebody right, you do somebody wrong. You don't need no contract. I never do no contracts. Ever. Never did one, never will. I don't care what level it is. Give me a Canelo. I ain't gonna answer for no goddamn contract.
Read your phone, brother. Read your phone. It's kind of loud. Your background is loud, brother.
Now, because you don't do a contract, right? is this like a learning curve as well for other future coaches? Because we've seen you work with AB, we've seen you work with Clarissa Shields. You know what I mean? There's a pattern here. I don't see them. I know you got a lot going on in yourself, so I mean I want you to set your piece, you feel me?
So you don't see them what?
Yeah, because you know it's gonna always come down to it being business, B-Dog, and you always want to make sure you take care of that aspect of it. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. It's just like, damn, you would think the last person you would do dirty is the one that been this type of lawyer. You know, he was going everywhere, all types of traveling, everywhere, getting you ready for these damn exhibitions, training other fighters. Man, you get $2 million, cut a man $30K.
See, I didn't want to finish it, but now that you already put me on the spot,
you put you on the spot.
Yeah, I was gonna let that shit fly, but anyway, they not working with you right now. We don't see that. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah, like, can you set your piece on that?
AB, he had to stay in. He did a deal with Don King, and I think that deal had him to deal with Kevin Cunningham. That's still my brother, still my fighter. Always, whenever he need me, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's timing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's energy. Sometimes it's a camp. Sometimes and I ain't gonna go all into it, but no, I'm still good with all my fighters, except for I walked away from Floyd for a reason. But all my fighters, I'm still good with all my fighters. That I never did contracts with them. Some people take care of you, some don't. It's cool. It's been like that. Matter of fact, my very first time learning how crazy this game is when I worked with James Kirkland. Now we had to fight Canelo, so after he made $1.3 million, I was in camp with him for a double camp because he had to come down from like 215 all the way to 155, and it was me and him for about maybe 5-6 weeks or something like that, and then another guy come in. But anyway, long story short, I got he paid me he gave me $7,000 cash, and then he gave me $6,000 in a check. So that's $13,000 out of $1.3 million, right? Hey, take it on the chin. That ain't make me ask nobody else. And after that for a contract, it's a lesson learned. It's cool. I do God's work out here. I'm training. I'm doing more than just coaching too. You know what I'm saying? I do way more than just coaching.
See how you getting done?
Well, it's safe to say this.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You have new representation and counsel. You have to do the firm law firm. Anytime you get into bed with these guys and you need a contractual situation,
I'm not doing no contract. Damn. No, I don't. I leave room. Look, I leave room for people to fuck me or do me right. Because I want to know. Pause. Yeah. Y'all know what I mean.
You know what he mean. You know what he mean.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always leave that room. And you got that because you got that room to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think God said y'all do contracts, make a piece of paper? Nah, you're supposed to trust each other. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You work with somebody, you're gonna give your all. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there to make sure that you don't die. I'm in there to promising your mama, your daddy, and them that you're gonna make it out safe. That I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
60 pounds is crazy, right?
Everything to send you to war. This shit war. This is a gladiator sport. So I don't need to sign no fucking paper. You know, this is war. Your parents depend on me. Your kids depend on me. But I need a paper for you to sign. Like, hey, you gonna give me this much? Hell nah. Take care of me like I'm taking care of you. That's all that gotta be said. That's all that gotta be done. That's it. But then all my fighters, and ask Tyrant, ask AB, ask Clarissa, we don't have to do no contracts, and everything gonna be good.
I mean, I get that. I respect it, man. I ain't mad at it, man. Yeah, I feel it. I mean, it's a decision that he's come to live with. Either you gonna do me right or you gonna screw me over. The choice is yours. So I think he just take it on the chin as a lesson learned. But man, at least he ain't sitting on the sidelines crying and being bitter. The dude actually, got motion and got his own situation going on. So he good. Jordan was good with it, fam.
Then it's not official business then.
Jermell screw up his career. I hope he real Lord over his contract before he signed it.
It's more than official. That paperwork stuff is.
Yeah, I wonder. You would never know.
That's worldly shit. That's bullshit. It's like somebody make somebody a contract for cutting your grass. No, come on, man. You do people the way you want to be done, man. That's
well, we do give the guy a contract. We give him a contract to let him know how long he can be around and how much money he's making and to consistently come back. I mean, that's something that we do. You want to force nobody, to force no time on nobody or to force no amount of money on nobody. Hey, you got to let me train you for 3 years and I better make 10%. Nah, that sounds dumb as hell. That's fake. Listen to it. But you coming with a whole different package. Yeah. Right.
60 pounds is wild.
Part of my package. This what make me different, niggas. This what make me different. This what everybody gonna remember me by. Like GT gave you room to blessing or the doing wrong.
How I look at it, like I gotta go to Vegas. I gotta go to Vegas and LA. People they're like, yo, the rooms are too much. Yo, can I bunk with you? I'm leaving them room to fuck me. Pause. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So am I gonna do that, or I'm gonna be riding with the big homies and get my own shit? You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna give nobody room to get. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna know what my room is. You ain't gonna get me. I'm giving them room. I want you to have that room. I want you to show me who you are.
That's the difference, though. He ain't. That's see. That's trying to get too much commentary. It was cool for a second. Get you before you get me. That's not what he was saying. He said he do straight business. He give you a chance to either get over on him or do him right. You know what I mean? You can either treat him right or screw him over. Not I get you before you get me. You ain't even going into it with that mentality. JJ was good with it. Give him a chance. He was great.
Who gonna last through this whole life?
Yeah, you just got to put that different because I don't do pause. I wouldn't have said it that way.
What I'm hearing is GT's a fighter. He's a fighter. And he's just, he conducts his life. No, I'm a soul. I'm a soul. I'm a soul out here. I'm not like these people out here. I'm different. No, but you have a fighter warrior spirit. But you have a fighter warrior. Listen, that's what I'm saying. You have a fighter's warrior spirit where you feel like if I'm gonna put in my time and due diligence and good effort and good work, I expect to be compensated the same way, and I don't need a contract for you to see that. The way you should see that is my work and my dedication and what I put into the game. So you feel like what you put into the game, the other side should recognize that and award me fairly, right? He's free.
He loaded.
He's spending.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear.
People look at them like something wrong with them. Sometimes it's something right, really, really, really right with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's different levels of autism, though. That's why I was asking because that's why
I really want to keep it on
40% of Tank is a beast. Like on the skill side, like on the box side, he can get in the ring and make somebody miss the entire round. You know what I'm saying? He chooses to make it an exciting fight. You know what I'm saying? He can do what Shakur can do. Not saying like at that exact level, but he can box and move away and not get hit the same way Shakur can. I'm sure Shakur can do the same thing that Tank can do. He can go in there and sit in the pocket like he do it, and touch on people. So, they both got, certain fighters that got everything, they're overall complete, and both of them just happen to be two of those fighters in the same way.
So if it wasn't Power that you was working on with him, what were you working on with him?
We was just working. We was just going through the motions. So it was just, we just working on
compare that to
Dude was good.
Like,
I know this your guy right here, GT.
Yeah, got that heavier hand.
I wasn't asking for power from neither one of them, but of course, me and Floyd had more times together. I did 6 fights with Floyd over 2 years, but
when it's natural, it's natural.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I didn't get to ask. I didn't get to require that from Tank, so I wouldn't know. We just was touching. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't asking Tank, hard left hand, right hand. I wasn't asking him nothing like that. We just working. So I really honestly wouldn't be able to say.
Did you do power with Adrian Brown?
Yeah, I trained Adrian for his comeback fight at the Pacquiao.
Yeah, I remember. GT, that guy said I want to knock. Cora can't do what Tank does, but he knows better than me. Nah, but if you heard him, he explained it. Not he wasn't talking about the power, of course, right? But he's sitting in the pocket, touching. Yeah, Cora can sit in the pocket and hit you, make you miss. About being in the pocket, fight you, in closer quarters and stuff like that. I mean, but nah, he's not gonna do it the way Tank do it. Of course not. Just like the same way Tank ain't gonna be defensive the way Shakur is, right? Because he don't have to be. You know what I'm saying?
Team, your training camp out there in Costa Rica yet?
I don't know if Tank seen it. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tank never been like a phone-to-phone type of, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Of course, I always show support, you know, through Instagram stories when he fight and stuff like that, but we never had each other numbers. And, you know, he like distant family to AB. But, yeah. So, I'm you know, I hope they've seen it, but, you know, eventually they'll see it.
So when are we looking to get some action up there that we can, you know, film and put out there to the people and show them Blase training camp?
I just had my very first visitor. I just had my grand reveal like a week and a half ago. A fighter from New York.
So you still got motion.
He blessed the camp, and
I be think boxing. My guy was good with it, bro. How you feeling?
All documented, just putting it all together right now. But yeah, you'll be able to see. But you can look at my page right now, Camp of the Grapes. And you can see some of the work we did. But we're gonna put every time a fighter comes up here, they'll leave with a documentary, about a 45-minute documentary of, you know, them coming, arriving, all the work they did. So they'll go home with that Rocky, Bloodsport, Karate Kid like movie to remind them of their experience up here with Coach G.
Man, I like this dude, man. Shout out to GT, man. I definitely like to chop it up with him, but he was sharing a lot of information, man. And I think it came from a good place. He don't sound like a dude that's salty. He don't sound like he whining and complaining about his situation. Sound like he at peace, but ain't nothing wrong with letting the next man, putting the next man or person up on game. And that's just what he doing. Like I said, he spent a significant amount of time around Floyd. You get what I'm saying? He started out with him and then, you know, left him for a while, came back 20 years later, and they started, you know, rebuilding their relationship all over again. This dude, GT was nice, man. He had some scrap in him, man. I think I got this old clip of him fighting.
They're going on to open.
All right, so this should be an excellent competition. We will kick things off in our 106-pound division. Let's go up to our ring announcer.
17 for this contest is Nate Green from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This contest at 106 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, he did it in his last fight, Crucial. He just needed to take, you know, throw more shots. That's all.
Let's welcome Gerald Tucker.
He was nice, man.
And his opponent in the blue corner, he's wearing red trunks with white trim. He's from the Bronx, New York. Here is Ivan Calderon. 3 rounds.
So we are set to go here in our first matchup in the 106-pound division.
It's like y'all see some is where he wasn't no poop putt, man. His dude was scrap.
Away, Ivan Calderon. Tucker, as you heard from Cincinnati, and Calderon is from the Bronx.
He was there before everybody.
Tucker, 17 years old.
Dad, what up?
Calderon,
he was there before everybody.
21. And to show you in this weight division, Calderon's 5'1". What was Gallardo, about 5'8"?
He had a huge edge. 5'8" is right.
Look at him. He's boxing and moving.
Very significant. He showed that he could utilize the edge. Now, some boxers are not as adept at doing that, but for the guy who can sit behind a school jab, very nice walk.
The computer scoring, and we will look. That's the official scoring. Tucker getting credit for 2 punches, and Calderon 1. A reminder that for 5 judges at ringside, they each have a pad in front of them. They will hit the button when they believe one boxer or another has scored a punch. 3 of the 5 judges agree within a second a point is scored for that boxer. Good right team for the United States. We head into round 2 in this 106-pound division. In the white top, it is Ivan Calderon of Bronx, New York, and Gerald Tucker from Cincinnati, Ohio. Tucker is ranked number 10 in the United States in the 106-pound division. Good straight right hand by Tucker. That may have stunned Calderon.
Perfect way to fight the southpaw will be a lead right hand. And he's getting more confident against that style here as we get into round 2. Now, one way to take a lefty out of being that way is to just start brawling with him. Tucker's been able to do that here and may get his opponent to square up, and he gets himself.
Tucker was putting in some work, man. And like I said, him and Floyd.
Right to him.
I remember seeing this dude constantly with Floyd.
Flip roll. Right, flip roll. Stop. Slip roll. Slip is that roll. Hachi. Roll.
He putting in all types of work. He's everywhere with Floyd, man. How busy with it, do, fam? Feeling good. That's what I like to hear. What's good with it, Rob? How you feeling, bro? They was good together, man. They made a good team together, man. They made a real good team together, man. Floyd, man, I mean, the story is the same, man. He said it wasn't working out over there, man. And again, the craziest explanation that he had was, you know, everybody contributing to making a pie, and a guy taking 99% for himself and splitting 1% with the rest of the team is wild. You know what I mean? So he definitely ain't bite his tongue on that. That's definitely, you know, one of the real contributing factors why he got up out of there. You know what I mean? People know their worth, and when you dedicate your life and you out here traveling across the world with somebody, you ain't getting paid for it, man. You get what I'm saying? You ain't really got no initiative to stay. You know what I mean? So that's crazy to do. That's crazy work, man. That's something crazy to do, man. You can't do that. You can't do shit like that, bro. You can't do these fighters like that, man. He wasn't even a fighter no more. This was, you gotta think. So he had a situation with him as a fighter where he got kind of did a certain way and left and came back as a trainer and helping out and got did dirty again. So I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man. But they damn sure, like, the chemistry they had was second to none. That's why you would have seen them around forever. Like they.
Right now we're gonna box on the outside, not just combination.
He was constantly with this dude.
We can also box on the outside. So let's box on the outside.
Let's look at this shit.
Throw shots in the inside, because a lot of fighters I see doing the pass, they're doing it like this. Their hands is not turning. So when you're on
this dude, you got this dude in your camp.
I'm not just doing like
yeah,
this.
ass up.
A lot of y'all fighters is just doing that.
Bro.
Hands turning. 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 Hands turning.
They definitely had one of a kind chemistry, man. So, like I said, man, I brought this up. I know everybody wasn't talking about this. I wanted to kind of get at Tank and Shakur talk a little break, because I don't see that fight happening next, man. I just see a bunch of narratives being pushed and a bunch of stories being talked about, but I don't see it happening next. But this was something good to talk about, because he gave a lot of insight as to what was going over there. And as far as, you know, with a guy like Shakur being in between promotional companies and people suggesting him going over there and him saying straight up, that's not somewhere you want to be at. You definitely don't want to go over there. If you're going to do that and go anywhere in that direction, you go deal with Al Heyman directly. And that's real. And the same thing for Oscar. You know what I mean? Those just two places he don't need to be at. So, you know what I mean? Especially with guys getting done like that. And then you see the number of different fighters leaving. Mark West was good with it. Yeah, man, them stories it's a ton of stories like that, man, because they, you know, at some point it's gonna start to, you know, seep out, man. Everybody ain't gonna keep their mouth closed. At some point you get tired of it. Imagine a guy doing you dirty, got hands like fuck. You can't even talk about fighting him, man. Oh man, nah, that's crazy though. That'd be crazy, man. That's what situation he was in, but you know, good thing for him that, you know, he got some hands himself, you know. He has some hands himself, man. I ain't saying he had hands like Floyd, but he damn sure has some hands for sure, man. Yeah, some sure Ray Patterson in the building was good. My guy Ace was good with it. Don't mess with Mayweather. Yeah, he did. He did. But again, it's different when people give like an inside track on some of the things that went wrong, and you really got, especially when it's somebody like that. And like I said, man, GT, man, I ain't saying I know him personally, but if you just see him, you follow, you knew what his story was, and you know what kind of person he is and what he was on, you will know that he ain't just a guy crying over spilled milk or just a guy being salty. You get what I'm saying? Like he has some real situations over there. You know what I'm saying? You cooked on Charlo. Yeah, we could chop it up on Charlo. I don't know who he coming back to fight. I hear they both coming back. Both Charlos. Say both Charlo brothers coming back. You know, Charlo say he the best super middleweight in the world. He the king, man. So he coming back to state his claim. But let's see, man. Let's see. I hear something about him wanting to fight Crawford and Spence. I don't know how true that is. I ain't go look into it. Yeah, I heard both of them are supposed to be coming back. Yeah. Charlo coming back at 54, where I think he belonged anyway. I ain't mad at him. He went and got some money. Now he got to get back to business. Now it's time to get back to business and do what he do. D-Day say he should fight Zoo. That's still a good fight. It's a lot of good fights still there now at 54, man. It's a lot. Especially if the Spence fight is a potential fight, man. I don't know. You got Virgil Ortiz, Jesus Ramos. Like I said, it's a lot of people. Tim Zoo, Fundora, Crawford. It's a lot of people at 54 right now. Charlo gotta come. Yeah, he gotta come. He gotta come back with a vengeance, B-Dog. They counting him out, you know. All the boys. Derek too. Derek need a break. Derek, I told you Derek was talking about leaving. Said he had like 2 or 3 more years, something like that. Maybe Ryan shortened that up about a year. He sped that up about a year. Now versus Spence, these guys didn't even grow up together. Fight. You want to see a fight? Sheldon was good. Said Charlo should fight the IBF 154 champion. I mean, I think he was a champion in recess. So, you know, I anticipate him coming back fighting somebody that's worthy. But it's some tough fights up there at 54, man, for all of them. But he got to get back right. Yeah, 154 heating up. It's getting deeper. It's getting deeper by the months, man. Charlo need to get his ass back in the ring, man. You all right? You made some money. You went and chilled out. When you know, now get back right. Get your ass back in the ring. Oh man, yeah. This is crazy. This is crazy. Well, let's keep rocking, man. Let's keep rocking. I don't know what to make of the Charlos just yet, though, but it'd be good to see them make a comeback. The real Infinite was good, fam. How you feeling? My bad. I'm on mute. Oh shit! I hit the mute button by mistake. What's good with it? I'll give me 1 second. 1 second. My bad. I had to open my door, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm back. My bad. Isn't Zoo fighting Ramos next? My bad. Yeah. It was. No. You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Cause Erickson Lubin said something about pushing the date back or something like that. Or did you know what? Maybe so. Maybe he fighting Ramos, and then I think Lubin said something about fighting when he healed his hand. I think he had hurt his left hand or something like that. I think he hurt his left hand or something like that. So yeah, they said Ramos was supposed to replace Erickson Lubin with Tim Tszyu. That's a dog fight too. Them two dudes only know one way. That's coming forward. So said fighter tune-up, Patrick Teixeira, the guy that Xander just beat. I don't know. Teixeira. Say the name, but we all know. Miss Joey, you funny. Oh man. Now I see some other stuff though. I see somebody pushing that he demanding $30 million. That ain't one of them for sure. You know what I'm saying? I definitely seen that. I don't know if anybody's saying it. I seen it. I seen he turned down $6 million. Then I seen the video saying he demanded $30 million. So let the price out rumors begin, because they coming. So we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, that fight ain't gonna come because I just business wise, I don't see them trying to make money off them two guys just yet. That's what it feel like to me. Feel like they're gonna go in a different direction. And it's not going to, I ain't going to blame the fighters per se, but I know the powers that be got plans, and they're going to make sure they maximize earning potential. And like I said, when you taking risks in between that, it could potentially offset everything you got going on. So guys ain't going to want to do it. Dudes ain't going to want to do it. Watch. Yeah. Curry don't even sound believable. People will still run with. That's what I'm saying. Like, man, demanding $30 million is bogus. That's definitely saying you don't want to fight, because that's just sound too crazy to me. Nobody could just walk, or you can't just demand that. That'd be wild, but it's not even realistic, so it's not believable, but they'll still push it though. And then again, the reason why it's believable, because people want to believe it's at a time where they, the climate is hot out there, man. They ain't feeling them, so anything negative, they're gonna push it. So I'll be saying Berlanga and Canelo. I'm telling you, man. I hear they getting tired of that too, man. Canelo supporting the moves that he's making, and he ain't trying to fight nobody. So we'll see. It's at some point he got to deliver, man. I mean, he already had to get rid of one of them belts. He vacated that IBF strap, so he ain't even undisputed no more at this point. That's the crazy part. So we'll see, man. I ain't overly excited for that fight, but Berlanga think he gonna knock Canelo out. So this should be fun to watch. Should be a damn knockout in this fight. Canelo and Berlanga shouldn't go the distance. We'll see if it do. We'll see if it do, man. We'll see if it go the distance or not. Angry White Man Podcast. What's good, my guy? Vacated a strap. It's a play out. He'll be 2 times disputed at 160 after he beats up Berlanga and go fight the winner of who is it? William Skull and somebody, I think, for that IBF belt. Yeah, that's exactly what's probably gonna happen, and they're gonna be all for it, and that's gonna justify the fight. That's gonna justify the fight. Yeah, that makes sense. D1, if you think about it, it makes sense for him anyway. When you Canelo would do, because if you vacate the title instead of fighting William Skull for undisputed, and he does absolutely nothing for your career. You vacate the title and you allow two people to fight for the belt. You go take a voluntary defense of your titles, what you doing against Edgar Berlanga. More than likely, at this point in his career, he's not picking somebody unless he's more than sure that he can beat him. And again, anything could always happen, but for the most part, like I said, he picking Edgar Berlanga because he feel like he can beat him. He gets past him. William Skull or whoever is fighting for that IBF, he'll fight them next and justify it by saying they got a belt or something like that, and he about to be, undisputed again. Yeah, that sound about right. Yeah, yeah, that really sound about right. Now that I think about it, Andre Smith, he says, just 30 million is crazy, ain't it? That should have had me a different kind of hot if that was true. I mean, as a real fight fan and a supporter, I'd be pissed off if he said that. But I know it ain't true, so it's annoying just hearing it. Don't mess with Texas. What's good, bro? Skull on the card too. that's what they going. Is he? Because if that's the play, then bro, that's the play. Instead of fighting, instead of giving a guy that like nobody is trying to hear that you fought him for undisputed. William Skull. Remember, I think he was contemplating fighting him, and then they said he was gonna fight. He wasn't gonna fight him, then he was gonna fight him, then he vacated the title. Now they're gonna fight for the title. And that's exactly what's gonna happen, bro. That's he gonna fight the winner. Beat up Edgar Berlanga and then fight the winner there. I hope Kano is right, and I hope Edgar Berlanga calls an upset, but I doubt it. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they be killing the fights before they even get made, bro. You gonna make them look nice to make the fight happen. I'm telling you. Somebody gonna win for this IBF strap, this vacant title, and they're gonna be fighting Canelo next. You're gonna pick them. Because I don't see what else he doing at 68. Gatekeeping the titles and picking who he want to fight. That's what he doing. And I don't see him doing nothing different because he ain't got no initiative. He make a lot of money for boxing, so they're gonna essentially let him do what he want to do, which is exactly what he been doing. Yeah, man. Yeah, D1. I know D1 be snapping. Yeah, man. These narratives got to stop, bro. They got to stop. Tell me they bad for the sport. Bad for the sport. Something else I wanted to cover, man. I wanted to take y'all back a little bit while we here, man, because I wanted to touch on some stuff that everybody ain't talking about. I watched some of this podcast, right, with Victor Ortiz, right? Yeah, and I said Victor Ortiz, right? And he was talking about the fight that he had with Josecito Lopez where he got his jaw broke. And he was talking about how his team didn't believe that he broke his jaw. And I think he was speaking about how they treated him and how they left him. And the reason why I thought it was a good interview to play, to hear what he was talking about, because we already know how lonely this sport is. But we had a climate nowadays, right, where it's almost like people, the sweet science is becoming like a lost art in a sense. Like the appreciation for it is just not the same. And I don't mean in any one fighter. I mean, you've seen it with several fighters in the past, but it seems like now in this climate, if you ain't going in there getting punched on and battered, people just assume you're not taking chances. And, Victor Ortiz was the epitome of a guy that would get in there and take chances, right? The total opposite of a guy that'll move around the ring to survive, right? He was balls to the walls. Either he was getting you or you probably was going to get him, right? That's what kind of fight, he brought to the table. But my thing is, even with that mentality, look what it got him. Look what it got him. Look how the people looked at him when he got his jaw broke. Look, they called him a quitter. You get what I'm saying? Look how his team treated him. They ain't that he broke his jaw early. It's the story. I'm gonna play some of this podcast. I'm gonna play some of it and let him tell the story. But it was interesting, and I think it's fitting for the time we in now in boxing, where, like I said, people almost don't appreciate the sweet signs, but he was the opposite of that, and all he did was get labeled a quitter. You get what I'm saying? He not, you know what I'm saying? When you think of Victor Ortiz, people will say, oh, he quit. Floyd knocked him out, X, Y, and Z. He got his jaw broke. My thing is, it ain't no trophies for that. It ain't no silver lining in getting beat up. It's no, you know, it's nothing cool about taking punishment. You get what I'm saying? And that's what some people don't realize. Like, this dude went in there and gave it, you know, mostly everything in his fights, right? He got the fight beat out of him sometimes too, but at the end of the day, that shit did nothing for him, but more than likely shorten his career and shorten his run. You get what I'm saying? Voluntarily get hit. I mean, yeah, boxing not a sport. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You're gonna take chances for sure, but like, ain't nothing cool about just taking punishment. He was one of those guys that took a lot of punishment, and look at not only how the fans perceived him and looked at him, and then look at how his own team did him when he faced adversity in the ring, and they wouldn't stop the fight when he initially broke his jaw. They kind of made him fight through it. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me jog y'all memories. I got 2 clips. I'm going to play some of this interview. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'm going to play some of it when he was talking about, you know, getting his jaw broken and stuff. But y'all remember this fight. I know y'all remember this fight with these two.
Lopez landed some very big power punches, serving notice to Victor Ortiz that he was not here at the Staples Center just to survive. They battled back and forth. Ortiz used his jab and straight left hand effectively in the early rounds, while Lopez landed good left hooks and some right hands as well. Then came a difficult moment in the fight. Ortiz hit Lopez behind the head, in the back of the head, and Lopez went down. He took nearly the full 5 minutes given to him to recover. He would continue in the fight, and then finally, in the 9th round, it would be a giant left hook from Lopez that broke Ortiz's jaw. He could not continue at that point, and it was a big upset victory for Josecito Lopez.
And connecting by Victor Ortiz. Now
I know y'all remember these, they was scrapping, and this was Victor's younger.
Josecito Lopez, followed by a right hand. Look at the exchange. Lopez.
Vic was a blood and guts warrior too, bro.
What do you got?
Now this shit broke.
And Victor Ortiz backs up. Lopez chasing him down.
Vic was like, nah, I'm cool. I don't need no more of that.
Ortiz was being pushed back and got nailed with this right hand as he was moving.
I hit him at
Ortiz was being very active here. Gets hit with a huge left hand, and you can see how that impacted him.
Imagine that being careful. I feel you.
Victor Ortiz wins on the stool.
And what was the final words of the commentator? Victor Ortiz quits on the stool. Like, that's all they remember. Like, you get what I'm saying? Ain't no, oh, he was tough, he was battling it out. Nah, he was fighting, he was taking chances, right? He was trying to knock his guy out. He got knockout power and all that stuff, right? He got heart. He ain't fighting cautious. He take chances, right? Yeah, look what happened to him. Ain't no longevity in that shit either. You see how his career ended up. He got beat up by Maidana the same way. Got beat up all crazy. He stopped biting down, got his jaw laced. He got it broke earlier, and I'm gonna play some of this interview from him where he was talking about it and like some of the stuff he went through after it happened. But like I said, the reason I'm playing this because we had a time where it seemed like if people don't see that effort from you, where you in there getting bashed upside your head, they'll say you're not taking chances and you're not doing this and you're not doing that. So we'll see. You say his jaw was his jaw was broke. Yeah, his jaw was definitely broke. And it was broke for rounds, though, Cal Coolett. Watch when he tell this story. Now, this is something that I came across because I'm always looking for boxing stuff, but I just thought this was a good story. This is something I didn't know happened. Like, they didn't let this dude quit.
It's the acronym BURN. So each letter is kind of a different time in your life. So let's go to B. B stands for beginning. So take us back to your childhood and growing up. Were there some burn moments that you faced that you had to overcome?
Absolutely, man. I was a 7-year-old, you know, in Kansas, born and raised in Kansas, and being born and raised out there, you grow up with a different culture, you know.
I'm gonna skip some of this, y'all. I just want to hear him tell the story about.
But thankfully, well, I was 7 years old. I went to school, came home from school to an empty household. My mom just vanished, disappeared. My dad did the same thing, but his way of leaving was a little different. It was he'd go, he'd come, he drove semis and stuff, and he always said that he was out working and stuff. So he'd be gone for a month, 2 months, come back, another 3 months, whatever, come back. And it got to a point to where I just, no mom, the clothing that we had on our backs was not something impressive. I actually learned how to cut hair at the time because I still know how to cut hair because I couldn't afford to go get a haircut.
Everybody in the building rocking with your boy. Y'all smashed the like button, man. We're going to listen to Victor Ortiz tell his story about getting his jaw broke.
Man, I had Brandon Carmichael from Kansas.
I want to skip some of this.
You're dumb. What are you doing here, you know? And then next thing I get picked up by the people that I ended up being taken into custody by. And then I ended up in Ventura County, Oxnard, California.
Mal Brooks was good with
just
it, bro.
On a dream, man. I just remember getting here and I'm like, whoa, man. It was
just had to raise itself.
Culture shock, you know, being born and raised in Kansas my whole life. And then, man, I started there. And
yeah, facts, Tasmanian Wolves. He did clip him in the back of the head. Remember, he took the full 5 minutes.
Man, life just took off. And
that's the one that broke his jaw, that punch right there.
I tell you what, moving to California might have been the biggest burn moment possible for your life.
I believe it was, bro. I got here as a junior, freshman, a sophomore in high school. I was ahead of credit so much from Kansas. I was a straight A student. So by the time I got here, I was about 26 credits ahead. So if I would have graduated, I would have graduated like half of a semester before 11th grade. And then I was like, you know what? I can just take all the classes at one time and I'll just finish. But I had to sign contracts. I couldn't fail any classes. I couldn't skip senior ditch day and stuff like that. So I ended up graduating as an 11th grader. They gave me the outstanding scholar award.
I remember graduating early.
In sports and academics. I was kind of a brain, man. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I could look it up.
Could you choose to stay longer if you wanted to, or did you already have to graduate?
No, I didn't want to. I just didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody. I didn't care about anything. All I could picture in my head was diploma here, boom, like a champion, right? And on the other hand, my belt.
Hey.
That's all I wanted. I didn't care about pleasing this person, pleasing that person. Oh, we're friends. I don't know you. I remember people were like, "Oh, we went to kindergarten together." I'm like, "No way, you're from Kansas?" They're like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, you're from Kansas. If we went to kindergarten together."
Yeah.
They're like, "No, we went to school down." I'm like,
"Gotcha."
I tried.
Yeah, gotcha.
It was just interesting, but just the way it all worked, and it worked out because, all right, you're next.
Yeah.
So then I looked at my homework ahead. We shake hands, and I just go, all right, let's get it, champ. So we go back to our corners, boom, boom. I dropped him once, boom, boom.
My bad, y'all. I'm trying to find the right part. I don't want y'all to hear too much of this.
I know you guys have your ups, you have your downs. You'll rise, you'll fall. It's just part of life. I said, if you want an easy life, this isn't the life. No one's life is easy. We're gonna have those when you hit the walls, but you have to get up, shake it off. It is what it is. But if I can tell you guys one thing today,
and he was a straight A student, B-Dog.
If a kid is ever in one of these seats and says, I have a dream I'm chasing, I need to make up a midterm, I need to do it earlier than supposed to be because I'm going to ace it. Because I'm going to go chase a dream this week and I'm going to be the champion of the world. And that person makes his own statistics. Just let him do it. He goes, he knew exactly who I was.
Yeah.
So I just go, it's a great pleasure to see you, Mr. So-and-so. Take care of yourself. He goes, champ. I was like, oh no, I'm just another guy trying to live, So I shook his hand, I gave him a hug, signed autographs for everybody. Took off. My brother says, "What was that about?" That was the first time him hearing that. And he goes, "Why'd you show up?" I go, I don't know. I just, I'm not a bad guy. I just, he made a simple mistake. It's okay. We all do.
I see you, D1.
We slip and we fall. We get up. So why have to put somebody down or hate somebody because of something that they didn't believe in? I said, it's everyone's different, bro. So I let it go, man. And that was one of those burn moments for sure, That was a super burn moment, bro.
I'm trying to skip past some of
Think
this
about how
part.
many lives you changed in the crowd
I
probably
don't
from
want to
that day.
skip past the part where you start
classroom.
talking about the fight.
Changed his life too. He probably never did that again.
I highly doubt it. I really hope not. It's like, Mr. So-and-so, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, right now. Let's do it right now.
Exactly.
He goes out back. Bam. No, I need some more time. No, we can do it right now.
But I can't tell you, like, whenever you start something, you're chasing something, no one wants to be with you from the start.
No.
They all want to come to you at the end.
It's the truth.
Tim Layton was good, bro.
That particular fight, I love my brother, Andre Berto, man. He gave me an opportunity of a lifetime to fight for the dispute for the championship of the world and do some big, great things. It's amazing. Because of him, it was possible for me. But before that, in training camp, nobody would show up to my camps. I by myself, killing it every day. 3:30.
Showing up by itself. Nobody at his
putting in
camp.
my work, this and that. Nobody would invite me to parties or to hang out. Let's chill. None of that.
Vic ain't had no friend.
Like you said, Victor Ortiz, the name grew, and then all of a sudden, bro, we should need to hang out, man. I'm just like, yeah, sure. There's a few names after we're done. I'm gonna share with you. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. I thought this was a good one. Dante, it's Friday. We done cooked all week. I said this was a change of pace.
Even so, I don't change who I am. And I think that's one thing where a lot of people are like, hey, Vic, what's going on? I'm like, what's up, dude? How you doing?
And that's what people like. People like the genuine people out there and being nice to people. I can't tell you how many celebrities out there are just like, no photos.
Oh, bro.
I don't even want to talk to you.
It's been so many, man. I've seen a few where I'm like, oh, dude, you're so-and-so. That's so cool. They're just like, and then I'm like, Victor, bro, Ortiz. Oh, what's up, man? I'm like, what's up, dude?
I'm thinking he getting into the box. Get back to the boxing story, man.
Exactly. But you went through many burn moments before your fight with Andre Berto.
Oh, bro, so many, man.
And the burn moment whenever you fought Lamont Peterson, you got the draw.
Dude,
whenever you won, you won the fight. You won. Let's be honest, you won the fight.
You know what's interesting? Though? I don't even dispute that because I love Lamont.
Nice stop.
He's we're on Team USA together. And no joke, before the fight, I did amazing. I dropped him 3 times or whatever, 4. And I had tightened my gloves up too tight, so I couldn't actually feel my hands. So I felt like Ricky Bobby, can't feel my hands. Many years later, I can't feel my hands. Yeah, but I say that because it just didn't feel right. But I thought we did enough to pull off the picture. It is what it is. I'm not a judge. There are some biased judges though sometimes. Yeah, but that's just the boxing game if you really look at it. So I don't even bother on it.
But you probably learned something in that blessing disguise right there with the draw.
Oh yeah, bro, absolutely, man. Because if you look at my whole record, I've had war after war after war. I'm talking ripped open eyes, broken nose, broken jaw. My head's been cracked open so many times. You'll probably call me a crackhead. I'm just kidding. No, but my hands, bro, look at they don't straighten no more. And then
wow.
Right here.
Is that a scar?
Yeah, reconstructed. Reconstructed. It was a straight left. Put the guy down, but broke all my stuff. And then I have two screws right there. And then this one right here, completely shattered. And then this one.
With Andy Ruiz talking crazy.
So, it's part of.
So you want to be a fighter?
So you're telling me?
So you're telling me you want to be a fighter? All right, Victor, it's time to go to you and burn. It stands for unfortunate. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast, I was unfortunately caught on fire in a school science experiment that went horribly, horribly wrong and blew up like a bomb in my face. And I was immediately rushed to ICU burn clinic, where I spent a week there, had 7 surgeries, one every single day with a 50% chance to survive.
Oh, geez.
Because with burns, the swelling continues to swell. and they were worried about my breathing stopping because my neck was super bad. But whenever I found out I had that 50% chance to survive, I was like, instead of feeling all down on myself and just wanting to crawl up in a little ball and start
Somebody
crying,
else said that.
I was like,
I'm not
what's
sure. I
that
can
one
check.
thing that's going to bring a smile to my face? And I just started getting into golf. And I had my parents and him go get my putter, my golf putter, and I put ball after ball after ball into this glass jar, all hooked up to all the IVs. Couldn't even see from how swollen I was from my face. And in that moment, I knew I was going to fight. And I called that my burn moment. And I truly believe from the bottom of my heart, if that burn moment doesn't happen in the hospital, I do not have this podcast, nor am I talking to Victor Ortiz, or
You got one coming up.
not meet any other inspiring people out there that are sharing their stories.
August 24th
and
or August 31st. He got 2 dates on his
blessed to be
box
alive
rack.
still. And
You said
give all the credit to God.
absolutely.
Yeah, he got 2 different dates on his box rack, August 24th and August 31st. I don't know which date the thing he fighting on.
Give me a second chance. And
beautiful, man. Shoot, my moment like that, I'd have to say, like you said early on, when you make it, everyone's there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was huge star. I'm talking, man, I couldn't go to Walmart, I couldn't go to the store, nothing. It was amazing. Because I learned to appreciate what God had given me. And I didn't have that because turn back the page 10 years ago, I was poor, man. Couldn't even afford a pair of shoes, man. It was rough. Unless they're on the clearance aisle. But even so, that required a lot of saving. So regardless, though, that moment for me, bro, shoot. Being on top now, everybody knows me, and then I get my jaw broken. If you guys ever want to see this fight, Jose Lopez versus me. And man, he's a heck of a person, a heck of a fighter. But I broke my jaw in the 4th round. In the 4th round, I broke my jaw.
4th round, y'all. He broke it in the 4th. In the clip I played for y'all, they said he got it broken in the 9th. He said the 4th round, he got it broke. The 9th round, he just got it, you know. That's that punch I got up on the screen that he took in the 9th round.
We're in an exchange. I'm going, boom, boom. And then as I'm throwing, I got a little check, barely. Kung. Ding, ding, ding. Bell rings, and I go, I sit down.
You shut up, D1.
How you feeling? I go, my jaw's broken. Stop the fight. What?
Stall him out. You know what he meant. He said you ain't break your jaw, somebody else. Gladly broke your jaw. But now let me play it through so y'all can hear it.
My jaw's broken. Stop the fight. There's nothing wrong with you. Like,
listen to his
broken.
team.
Stop the fight. And I couldn't move my jaw now. And I'm telling him to stop the fight. But I think the adrenaline, maybe the pride, the something, I don't know. The more I said stop the fight, they said there's nothing wrong with me because I don't show pain. When I'm in the corner, bro, go back. I'm like this. Boom. When I'm ripped open, I don't care. Hands shattered. Hands broken. Wrist broken. I don't say, I'm not like, I broke a nail. No, it's not me, bro. Wrong guy. Yeah. So I'm just like, stop. Sorry. That was I'm like,
there's people like that.
I know. No offense to soccer players. I'm just joking. Totally joking. Oh, dang. Put myself in Spider-Man. So regardless, bro, my jaw's broken, and I told them again, they go, boom, 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 seconds out, mouthpiece in, and I'm like, my jaw's broken. They put the mouthpiece in, I'm like, oh, no, God, please protect me, bro. I grab if you go back and look at the fight, I grab my jaw under with the thumb like this. So I come into war, boom, for the next, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. And I'm like, stop the fight. Please stop the fight. My jaw's been broken since the 4th round. Please stop the fight. I'm in a lot of pain. And they would not stop the fight. That was 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I'm like, please stop the fight, man. I'm in so much pain, but I'm winning the whole fight. Every time I come and sit down, I'm like this. And then finally, the 9th round, I come out.
Just got in about a half hour ago.
I'm like this the whole time, but then I heard him, boom, boom, I make him buckle. It looks like he's going down, so I let this one rip for a second. So when I let it rip, this thing fell. Boom, and she's going like this, but he throws a hook, and the hook goes, God, and it just goes. I just remember it just snapped even more. I go, oh!
That's the 9th round he's talking about.
I felt like that movie from, what's his name? Dang, I'll tell you in a bit. Jean-Claude Van Damme. So anyways, I was like, and then the bell rings, ding, 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 ding. He's trying to find his corner because he's all swelled up.
I was just watching the ref sport today.
And just in that moment, I said, ref, stop the fight. He goes, you're winning the fight, Ortiz. I go, I don't want the belt. I need to go to the hospital. I need surgery. Please, stop the fight.
Man, he's still begging to stop the fight.
It's Vic. And I go, I don't want her belt. I want to go to the
5
hospital.
rounds after he broke.
Surgery. Please. They stopped the fight. Boom. This dude is like tripping out like, what the hell? I just won the fight. Yeah, I beat his A. I made him quit, this and that. I'm just like, I can understand that kind of moment because, I mean, why not, I guess, but winning the whole fight, my thing gets shattered and it just hurts so bad, man. So now I get back to the corner. Why'd you effing do that? I go, my jaw's been broken since the 4th round.
Look how many times he had to explain this to his team. This is your team supposed to save you from yourself. Look what they doing.
Flipping me off to my face, pushing me, getting out of the ring. And I took it. But I made it to the locker room and I just remember I sat there and like I am right now, I just put my hands on my head and I'm just like, God, why'd you do this? I'm just leaking blood clots, leaking. And then the team comes in, they go, there's nothing wrong with you. Why'd you quit the fight? I go,
they still saying ain't nothing wrong with him, bro.
In the 4th round. I told you to stop it. There's nothing effing wrong with you. Everyone packed their stuff. They left. Boom. I felt like that moment on the movie Southpaw that I was part of, where like everybody just left him in the locker room by himself. That was a real moment for me too. That was an emotional moment for me to watch.
This man go out here, get his jaw broke. Tell him in the 4th round his jaw's broke.
Being in that situation,
they tell him ain't nothing wrong with him. He fight all the way to the end of the 9th round. Then they finally stop it. And they left him hanging.
So
just left.
Touche. So regardless, I'm sitting there and I
thought you supposed to get rewarded when you go out there and you show blood and guts and get your head pounded in and all that stuff. I thought, you get what I'm saying? I thought it's light at the end of that tunnel. Not only did he not be able to win the fight because his jaw got broke, his team left him hanging. You know what I'm saying? They kept telling him wasn't nothing wrong with him.
I was like, I'm in so much pain, And at the time, one of my dear friends, David Rodella, another boxer, professional, he comes in and he goes, Mijo, you okay? And I looked up and my jaw's hanging. God, and he tries to put my jaw back. Pull it up. Like, hey, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm in so much pain. Please don't. So now I have the gurney come in with the ambulance people, the nurses or whatever.
Yeah, paramedics.
Yeah, paramedics, bro. And they laid this gurney down and they're putting this brace on me. And I go like this. Whoa, What are you doing? Get that off me. We gotta put you in the ground. Hell no. Get your hands off me. I didn't arrive at the Staples Center in a gurney and I ain't leaving in one. Well, Victor, get your hands off me. Put your mama on that thing. Prideful, bro.
He told him to put his mom on him. That's crazy.
Next thing you know, I'm like, nah. I put on my suit.
His corner.
I put on my suit. I got walked.
Not only did his corner not see it, they kept telling him wasn't nothing wrong with him. They told him it wasn't nothing wrong with him even after they stopped it. Even when he sat down in the locker room and could barely talk, they still told him nothing was wrong with him with his jaw sitting there hanging. They crazy. They all did. No, I wouldn't have paid none of them. None of them would have got paid. I'm sorry. The whole team, fire the whole team, throw them all away.
Get out of here.
Nobody getting paid.
So
Everybody getting their paid doc.
Victor Ortiz, why'd you quit? They're trying to interview me. Why'd you quit? We saw that you just give up on this and that. You're this and that. And people were like, yeah, you little B, this and that, talking ugly to me. And I'm walking out. I'm just walking out with one of my dear friends, Anthony. Is a security guard. He goes, come on, Vic, we'll get you to the limo and we'll just take you straight to the hospital. All right, I like that. So then finally they said, Mr. Ortiz, you have to come with us at least, because if you don't, then we won't be able to cover you. This and that. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to get on no gurney. Unless you guys want to get on a gurney, I'll be your doctor for a second on the ride to on the ride to the hospital. I'm fine with that. Yeah. So now we're on our way to the hospital. I'm in so much pain.
Zach, be you a fool. He said it is light at the end of that tunnel with some flashlight. And the doctor asked me, are you okay? How many fingers do I have up? Nah, but you get me though, bro. And I played this for a reason. Like, for one, you know, this was a crazy story to hear, like, how they treated him and what he went through just for, like, trying to be tough. He tried to gut it out. His shit was wired. He needed it. He needed surgery. I mean, I can't critique him and call him soft because you got your jaw wired and fought 5 rounds with it. Extra rounds. You get what I'm saying? 5 completed rounds all the way to the end of the 9th round. You know what I mean? You didn't start the 10th, but they saved you from yourself. Hell yeah, man. Like, I respect it, man. It take a hell of a guy to go through that. But all people remember him for is, yo, why did you quit? Remember what they were saying? Look, why did you quit? He's a quitter. He's like, I'm telling you, shit ain't no,
but the pride in me and just my ego.
Ain't no good with that shit. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, you will not, the fans will not be there when you get your ass whooped, when you taking that punishment. They ain't gonna be talking about, oh, he was exciting. You know, that fight was exciting. You know, he got his jaw broke, but it was exciting. Nah. You know, even though it's that, people ain't saying that. They like, he quit. He got his jaw broke.
Oh, I'm just like,
he a bitch. Like,
I just thought I was too,
see what I'm saying?
too hard. I don't know. Just young, dumb, you know? So I get to the hospital and do the ER, and they go, oh my gosh, what happened? I'm in a suit, you know?
I'm telling the whole team.
That's
Raymond.
all. I mean,
Fire
nothing's wrong with my eyes, but this thing just hanging. I have blood just.
Yeah. How bad does it hurt?
Oh, bro. Man, I could take broken hands, fight like that, no problem. I have been victorious, thankfully. Broken my nose, no problem. Cracked my head, I don't care. Broken a couple nails. Nah, bro, but hey, that jaw, bro, it's excruciating pain. I can't. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy, bro. Like that. It's ugly pain, dude. And I can't even pinpoint it for you, man. It's that bad. So, anyways, I get in there, and of course, you know, I'm a jokester, so they're like, oh my gosh, what happened? I said, oh, I was at the convenience store, and this guy, I think I was drunk. I couldn't really tell. I was all drooly, you know. I think I was drunk, and he pulled out a bat, and he hit me with it, and he disappeared. They're just like, and the doctor comes and goes, this is Victor Ortiz. He was just on HBO. Why'd you ruin the joke? I was just like, okay, yeah, that's what really happened. But I'm in a lot of pain. Can you give me something for this pain? Yeah. They were like, Mr. Ortiz, you're going to go into surgery right now. I go, let's do something. I'm in so much pain. It hurts really bad. So now they took me to the back. Boom. They put these things in me. I'm undressed. I'm in a whatever.
The gown.
I'm in a gown now.
That's
I have
crazy.
IVs in
That
me.
shit shattered.
And that's all I remember. I woke up in the morning and I'm like, oh, there's nobody here. Well, this sucks. I see IVs and I'm just like, So then I guess I'm going back to sleep. I go back to sleep. And then I'm just like so bothered because I'm like, I can't even do nothing right now. And then I could have sworn I didn't use the bathroom. So now I'm ringing the thing. And they're like, you're just on morphine. I'm just going to feel like that. It's very uncomfortable. I was like, that's why I feel weird. I don't like this feeling. Yeah. So then now day 1 goes by. That was Saturday night, Sunday all day in hospital, Monday all day in hospital, Tuesday all day in hospital. Nobody with me.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It was like
The entire time. No one.
nobody. And then
How hard was
Wednesday,
that mentally?
Ah, bro.
So you telling me we go to war together? When I win, y'all there. We celebrating. It's all good. We enjoying life. We partying and we doing it all over again. As long as I'm winning. But then I go into a fight. I get my jaw broke in a fight that I'm winning. I get my jaw broke in the 4th round. I tell you my jaw's broke. I tell you to stop the fight. You tell me your jaw ain't nothing wrong with you. And I get to fight 5 more rounds with my jaw broke, going to war because y'all seen it fit for me to keep going, talking about I was winning. Get my shit shattered. And then y'all continue to tell me, why'd you quit? Ain't nothing wrong with you. And then you left the man at the arena, left him there. And then he goes to the hospital and y'all don't decide to go up there and check on him and see what's good. And y'all think y'all getting paid? You think I'm paying somebody? Nobody's getting paid, bro. Nobody's getting paid. If it got anything to do with me, ain't nobody getting paid, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah. All them days and y'all let the days go by and y'all still ain't go up there and check on this man. He said, see, I told you, you got that light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, that is. Open your eyes, man. You get rid of your whole team, bro, because they did you wrong.
Bro, it was rough. But then I thought about it and I said, this is my life, man. Since I was a kid to a grown man, top of the world, bottom of the barrel, whatever. But I was sad. And I just remember it was Wednesday and I finally received a phone call. Victor. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Coach? You forgot to pay us.
Yeah.
Just like a dagger in my heart.
Yeah. You forgot to pay us. Not if you good.
Tears just rolled out of my eyes and I just go, nah, I didn't forget. I got you. I apologize. Anyways,
I wouldn't have paid him.
Where you been? Remember in the 4th round I told you my jaw was broken? Yeah, there was nothing wrong with you. You just stopped.
They still tell him ain't nothing wrong with him.
I was broken in 2 places. So I have 12 screws in my mouth, wires shut, and 2 metal plates. What? Where are you? I talk to you soon. Boom, I hang up. And I'm passed out again. I probably would have been like this. But I was wired shut, so I was just like just drooling air probably.
Could you still talk?
I wouldn't have gave him nothing, Mo.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have got shit.
So then I'll tell you some funny stuff. So then I'm sitting there like this, and then I felt a presence over me, right? So I opened my eyes at about like 2 hours later, and it's my coaches, and I'm just like, hey, what's going on, guys? They're looking at me, and there's nothing wrong with you. I was like, so I opened up, so I could see all the metal and everything, and then down here, and it was still open down here, so you could see the metal plates and stuff. I was like, just a little bit. He goes, oh, I saw the regretful, shameful look, but it made me feel in a place of forgiveness toward my team. And it made me appreciate him because he knew it was a bad moment for him, the pride, and it happened, it is what it is.
Yeah, you can't be that ignorant though, bro.
I went off to just about day 4, I'm still in there and I'm like, I don't want to be here no more. Just laying here and I'm watching the little blood, the lifeline and stuff. And I'm just like, come on, man. So I'm like, dude, hey, doc. So can you get me out of here now? May I get dispatch, please? Victor, we're going to send some nurses to you right now. Well, how about this one? I've been here for 4 days now. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get here. If not, there's going to be a blood mess. I'm going to start pulling off these plugs, and there's going to be blood everywhere because I don't really want to be here no more.
But that's really the part that I wanted y'all to hear. It's a bit more. You got a nice little bit more, but that was the gist of it. The part about him breaking his jaw and getting left hanging, and all them dudes told him it was nothing wrong with him from the minute in the 4th round where he said it, all the way up into the 9th round where they stopped it, all the way to the back locker room where he still couldn't talk, all the way up until where they physically came to the hospital after he told them his joint was wired up. They still come and say, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you. He still had to physically open his mouth and show them dudes the metal in his mouth and screws and all that stuff for them to get it. That's crazy. Nobody would have got paid, bro. I docket something. Something got to give, man. That wouldn't have been enough for me. We go to war together. We win together and we lose together. And that's not losing together. Pride my ass. Miss me with that. Yeah, curse me out. Well, we could argue about it then. You get what I'm saying? But you don't leave me hanging like that. You don't leave me hanging like that. And not know that my jaw was wired. Like, and it's news to you. And then you still questioning it all the way up until I physically had to show you. Nah, I think that's wild, man. I think that's low, man. It's kind of messed up, man, when you look at it, man. I can't imagine a team wanting to work with somebody after them leaving me hanging like that. And like again, the reason I played that because we're at a time where that's what people be asking you. Those are kind of performances people be asking you to have, right? Still think about it. When people don't got marks on their face, even if you beat a guy up, they'd be like, look, and he ain't even have nothing wrong with his face. Ask if a fighter is good just because they ain't got no marks on their face and see what they say. You at a point where everybody got to get knockouts. It got to be blood and guts. But where did going blood and guts get him? That left him stranded by his team with a loss, broken jaw. What he had 12 screws in his mouth, jaw broken in 2 places, plates and all that metal in his mouth for going to war, being a warrior. Even after he felt like he couldn't continue, they forced it. He went 5 more rounds getting punched in that jaw all the way into the ninth where he got it separated even more with that punch that I got up on the screen, and they left that man hanging. So again, man, boxing is truly a lonely sport, man. You go to war by yourself and you get left by yourself. So the moral of the story, fight your fight, man. Keep the right people around you, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you always want to keep the fans in thought when you want to you always want to entertain the fans, right? You always want to keep them in mind and try to give them their money's worth, but you don't do it to your own detriment because those same fans you're trying to entertain are not going to be there to watch you get smoked. They're not going to be there if you get yourself hurt, punched out in a fight trying to be entertaining. He did after the he fought after that. Yeah. Did he fight? Yeah, he fought after that, Mark West, Victor Ortiz, for sure. As soon as my jaw got better, they would have had to see me. Yeah, right. Just wanted to ask you, if anyone has Amanda Serrano ever popped dirty? Not that I know of. Absolutely not. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. After that, he fought Luis Collazo. He got stopped by him in the second round. Then he fought Manuel Perez. He TKO'd him. He fought Gilberto Sanchez Leon. He TKO'd him. Then he lost in the rematch to Andre Berto. Got KO'd in the 4th round. Then he got a KO win. Yeah, he had several fights after that, for sure. He went on to keep fighting. Yeah, but nah, I don't think so at all. I never heard anything like it. Nope. She's the ultimate professional. She's just a true champion. I just hate when they try to notice, man. People got to start peeping the play and stop falling victim to it. They be trying to put people up against each other, yo. It's enough room. It's enough space. It's enough success. It's enough boxing fans. It's enough money for us to support both of them women without them having to go back and forth at each other. I'm telling you, that stuff be intentional. I really think people keep that stuff going intentionally, but hopefully cooler heads prevail and they come to a common ground somewhere, man, because they don't look like they getting along. But shout out to Amanda Serrano. She's like a 7-division champion or something like that, bro. Only one male or female to do such a thing, I believe. So something like that, I believe that's the case. So she's special in her own right, man. She is every bit of the real deal, as her name suggests. She just ain't the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That's all. And I don't mean she ain't great or special, but she just ain't the GOAT. It's only one of them, and that's Clarissa. Shout out to her as well. I'm going to be tuning into her fight tomorrow, man. But, man, I just wanted to take this conversation a little bit different today, man. So shout out to everybody rocking with your boy. There's some different topics, something different to chop it up on, man. And no problem, Miss Joette. One more thing before we get up out of here. Got to give my guy Keyshawn Davis some credit, man. A lot of credit. Got to give him his just due. People keep slighting him, talking about he ain't fighting nobody. He ain't this, he ain't that. This man pulled up to the top rank office trying to make the fight with Raymond Muratalla. And then he tagged him and told him, don't make me look bad by not taking the fight and not take the fight. So Keyshawn Davis, shout out to him. He trying to get that smoke with Raymond Muratalla, which I believe would be a great fight for both of them. A really good test. And people really had to put some respect on his name. The fact that this man is pressing for the smoke after fighting his most physical fight, and he still continuing to look for better and better opponents, is telling me everything I need to know about him. So shout out to him for that, man. I hope he get the fight. You know what I mean? If Keyshawn They ain't gonna get more tired of Shakur shit. Why not? Next best thing. Keyshawn could fight him. And I love to see it. You know what I mean? Shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to my guy, Keyshawn, the businessman. I hope he, like I said, I hope he get that fight, man. But much love to everybody in the building, man. Y'all make sure if y'all didn't, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy on the way out on this Good Friday, man. Much love, much appreciation to everybody that's rocking with your boy. Let me know, ain't fighting nobody with a record for these guys. Yeah, nobody, Dante. That's what I say, man. He fought better competition than a lot of these dudes have at this point. You know, just when you a hater, you ain't gonna get a man that's just doing his credit, but we are. You know what I mean? He pressing for that smoke. This ain't no publicity stunt. He tagging people. He pulling up in them offices. And shout out to LetsBuild because he did tell me this, but I just had seen this post a while ago. So I said, man, let me talk about it, man. Shout out to Keyshawn, man. I knew he was a real one. He want that smoke. I think that's a fight he'll win, too. So I like it, man. I like it, too, Miss Joette. But, again, man, I appreciate everybody rocking with your boy, man. Y'all make sure to hit the like button on the way out. Make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Good Friday as well. And y'all already know we're going to be back tomorrow to keep building on this boxing. Maybe we might call a fight or something. But we'll be back tomorrow for sure. So enjoy the rest of y'all night. And I will see y'all tomorrow for sure. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link. Word 'em up.